Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here on this beautiful day, baby. Let's go! And you know, I did something today I've never done before on the show. I'm doing something today that I've never done on the show, okay? Number one, I got to show off the tie, the actual tie, all right? So when I do this, we're going to have to, you know, I am attempting to do something I've never done, which is show you the green screen in the background, all right? Hold on. If I can just find my filter. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Because I really need to do something that I haven't never done on the show before. Number one, never remove the green screen. But this tie, you got to see this tie. Now, this is the second. I've never worn a tie 2 times in a few days. Number one, I've never revealed the green screen. Check this out. This is beautiful, all right? Absolutely amazing. Look at this. This tie, Miami tie, unbelievable, all right? This tie is unbelievable. This tie was given to me by my sister and her husband. This thing is Versace. You can't buy it, and you just can't get this thing. I really had to show off the tie in all its entirety. It is absolutely gorgeous. I got it for Christmas, and I had to wear it again. My sister leaves tomorrow, and, you know, it is what it is. So you'll never see that again. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. You have alfalfa hair. Don't worry, man. Maybe you think I do because of the lighting, but don't worry. My hair is beautiful and sexy and sweet. And you know what? It's good to have alfalfa hair because then your wife comes up or a pretty lady comes up and she taps it. And she just has, you just got to give her an excuse to touch you. Shout out to everybody here on the live, but that's if you know what you're doing. You're an alpha male. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. We're going to get it in like we do every single day. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Money flowing a bit slowly. Volume down a little bit because, you know, less people are active. You people are at Vail, Colorado with their family. This is the week everyone takes off. They do Christmas, and then a lot of people maybe take off today or the day before, and they spend these next 4 or 5 days, you know what I mean, really enjoying themselves. So this is when the fun starts, really. I mean, this is a great week. Christmas starts it off, and then boom, sometimes it ends into Christmas. It depends, and we go into New Year's, right? And that's just kind of how it is. For the next 5 days, it's a little blase, but we're still going to see some pumps. We're still going to see some movement. We're going to break down Bitcoin. We're going to talk about it for you like we do every single day. If you were with us last night, I talked to, or, you know, when I was doing my live show yesterday, I went over MATIC in depth over and over again. I was all about MATIC. MATIC hit for gains. If you were there, my man said he put $100,000 in it. 20x leverage made or 5x leverage made $20,000 last night on a MATIC move. Shout out to my man. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Look at this here. We have a lot of liquidity all the way down to 38,000. Does that mean we dump down? I mean, that's what BOOKMAP tells us is likely going to happen. It's been about 80% accurate when it does this, and it says we're going lower. We usually do go lower. So I will heed it. We're going to look at what the charts say, but that's something we have to kind of right off the bat begin to look at. We do see this blob of red above us, but it's a high sell wall. But, you know, it can take us all the way to 50,000 too as well. So we got liquidity on both ends. They're kind of straddling us. The closest liquidity is right here, though, right now, and the most to 38,000. But we'll go from here. We'll take it one step at a time, one day at a time. But right off the bat, I mean, that's not the best thing if you're longing. That's great if you're looking at a short, possibly for a move. If you were with me yesterday, all right, I talked about PCS. And if I see if I can play this exactly. I mean, yes, but that's like, that means you don't want to, honestly, no. Because that means you're not a progressive person that doesn't want to push yourself to the limit. You know what I mean? I don't know if you'd want to be in with the lifers. If me and you were close friends and you said you could get onto other things than Coinbase, and if you didn't, I would. This guy just. But yeah, a lot of the coins, of course, on the sidelines. Sam, please see if it's not when you Chainx. Chainx continues to pump. I like this coin from the jump. Thing is flying. I see it going all the way to 83 cents. Boom. I see it all the way going to 83 cents. Just boom. And there you go. It hit 80, where it hit, 82.11. You know what I mean? Very, very close to the target. Came back down. Beautiful move to the upside. If you were just watching the stream, there was a gain. I mean, and, it is what it is. I just want to prove to people that if you just show up to the stream, I'm going to give you information that's going to help you understand how to trade this market. You know what I mean? That's a falling wedge that broke to the upside. How did I get the measured move? Slap on the moving averages. I'm all about the length of the pole. That's the pole right there. That was your previous move. That's your algorithmic bot. You know, the bots are going to take you to that level. That's just how it's going to work. All right? Shout out to everybody here. So, yeah, I'm re-wearing a tie that I wore just 2 days ago. I've never done that on the show. But I love the tie. And I really had to show it. All right? Bitcoin stays above 42,810. All alts are going to explode, my man. Today we'll cross 44K on Bitcoin based on gold prices all-time high today. Beautiful move. Let's break down BTC like we do every single day. This is one of my older calls. Bitcoin to pop to 69,000 projection in the cup and handle. I put it out on October 4th. I'll always remember this day. My daughter's birthday is October 3rd. So October 4th, the day after my daughter's birthday, you press play, and the cup and handle that I put out said we would hit it somewhere on like November 19th, and we hit this target on November 10th. It was 9 days shy of the accurate call. Didn't make the real right shoulder that I kind of was looking for, but we eventually did hit the exact target of the cup and handle. That was just an add-on there, really. But what a move to the upside. This is an old call from back in the day that stays on my profile. Go and check out my Crypto Lifer profile here on TradingView. A lot of cool little gems, tricks, and tips and ideas here that I've been putting out. Like this possible triangle move all the way to $188,000. Anyway, a lot of fun stuff in the markets that could kind of get you excited. So far, look, this has played out exactly as it's supposed to. We'll see what happens since I put it out, you know what I mean, back in April. Anyway, have some fun with this stuff. Jump into TradingView. There's a whole world inside of TradingView. We talked about MATIC yesterday over and over again. I went over to the fact that it was likely going to make a continuation move to the upside. Now I'm looking at it on the 7-minute, and I see it inside of a rising wedge. Rising wedges break up parabolically, seem to have fallen off, got some people wicked out. This would be your next, move. If I shrink down the RSI, I don't know why I have that so big. Apologize for that. Find my MACD correctly here. Yeah, so right now, 7-minute coming down a little bit, squiggly, wiggly, going sideways, but this is the pattern that I'm starting to watch. It would be cool if it even went more lateral here and started to make something like this, but it's all good. And I see 131. I see a 140 MATIC, and I've been saying it now for days. When it hits 140, you'll come back to the channel a week from now and be like, there he is with another call. Hey, man, last week VIA was 12. You said it was going to 22. Went there to the penny. You're an animal. Let's check it out and see where it's headed next. Shout out to John Preston. Look what he just said. He said, last week, VIA was 12. You said it was going to 22. It went there to the penny. You're an animal. Let's check it out and see where it's headed next. Shout out to John Preston. That's how you get me involved. This guy's smart, dude. You're a smart guy. Because some people send a super chat. They're like, can you look at this coin? And I'm like, yeah, I'll look at it. But that's going to make me go look at it right away. You're going to get me going. And, you're someone I want to vibe with. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, the measured moves are I'll teach you the measured moves. You guys will be hitting calls exactly where they're supposed to go. You know what I mean? It'll just be the way it's supposed to happen. You'll be like, yep. 90% of your calls are going to play out. You're going to see it the way it's supposed to be seen. You're going to trade well. That's how it works. All right. Look, it went to exactly 22. Insanity. I don't know what chart I had it on. VAI. Maybe I used the KuCoin chart there. Here we go. I mean, it hit 22. The bigger target says 40, right? But let's shrink down these fibs. But see, you had this beautiful consolidation. I remember drawing this on another chart somewhere. You're right. I had this drawn. Maybe since then I've redrawn. But yeah, that was the target. Maybe it was a smaller. I'm being a little crazy. Yeah, somewhere around 22, 29. So, now I'm looking at flags. First I'm looking at the bigger time frame. I want to see. Now, the daily just got a little high away, but you got a golden cross. You got away, moving averages starting to get big. What I have to do, honestly, is I have to delete everything and look at it fresh. My mind gets, fragmented. I can't explain it. And the moving averages are too much for me when I first look at a chart. Even the indicators are too. I want to get as much as I can from price action. There's a lot right here. the more you trade, the more you can get out of just this. But when you're a first trader, you really need indicators a little bit, you know, but once you've worked with price action to the point of no return, like, you're just going to start trusting price action, right? Yeah, so it ripped to the upside. I mean, you can see there was a resistance zone here too. Some candles had some issues. All right, so now I can get a sense. I mean, what we needed to do is break through this resistance here. And it really, you know, it doesn't have a bigger resistance still. Let's move this up even to like right here and into here. And you want to zoom into this area and take a look. So bounce there, resistance there. So now you can kind of see. We bounced, resistance, bounced. Now you can see the key areas. Our next big resistance will be 28. Okay. So we came up and look, we got into chop where a lot of people probably had a lot of sell orders. So we got into the sell order area. Sell orders got hit. We came down. Sorry. We came back up. We tested that previous resistance. We got above it. We broke through those sell orders, got into the same chop again where there were sellers because we had a little bit of chop there. And a little here. So now you're like, all right. And now look, you're below resistance. So Bitcoin has to, VAI has to get back above 19 to remain bullish. So now you're like, okay, now we look at the daily chart. And the daily's a little overbought, wants to come down. 2-day has gas, says it continues. 3-day says it continues. So the daily could just get a flip. The 22-hour doesn't look amazing. The 12 hours, like, you know, but the 6-hour looks okay. The 4-hour looks like it could continue for some moves. It's got kind of like it's in a funky pattern. So there's two scenarios. It's in this flag and it's going to break out the length of this bull, or it's going to consolidate more sideways. But I still see more bullishness on that 2 and 3-day chart. Daily's not amazing, but there's some hype for the coin. I believe in. I like this project. You know, I've been looking in, researching this project for over 2 years now. When it first really hit the market, and you could buy it on, I believe it was Uniswap, if I'm correct. That's where I first looked at it, or PancakeSwap, one of the two. But I know I got it on a decentralized exchange when it first came out. That was the first time I ever looked at this thing. You know, VAI. All right. So I look for some consolidative move. There's a chance the 6-hour or the 4-hour take over. They're pretty bullish right now. But look at the 1-hour. It doesn't look great either. So I'd make two ideas here in my mind. I'm going to delete this other flag. It's either making a falling wedge or it's making a sideways, you know, flag. We don't know for sure. You know what I mean? But this is something that we're, you know, and then there's a resistance there at about 22.5. So we'll see. You know what I mean? But I see at least sideways price action for now, at least for the 1-hour, right? As it finds its way. I'd put an alert, check on it every 5 to 6 hours, see if it's forming into the flag that I want it to form, right? Respect to Sam being here every single day. Yeah, I saw a lot of YouTubers taking days off, disappearing. It doesn't happen to us, Sam. And honestly, we have gains to show you guys. You know, we're excited to show you. Like, I was super proud to talk about my MATIC win. So, you know, it's not, because I love what I do. You know, other people take a day off. I don't know, they lost the passion for life. Part of my life is going over coins and feeling the passion of the pump. You know, my account is up today. You know, today was a great day. Shout out to anyone that traded with us or, you know, did damage with the lifers. We love you. We appreciate you. And we hope you're having a wonderful day with us here on the live stream. If you want to jump on in and join the trading group, we pin a link that makes it super easy right here. Click the link to cryptolifer.com. See the brand new website we designed. Join today. Get the education you deserve from someone that works every single day and doesn't take a day off. You know, stop signing up to these fake, you know, Patreons and accounts of people that are claiming they're there to give you their inside scoop and show you their portfolio. I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself. You don't need someone's inside scoop or their portfolio. You need insight into the market. You need belief in yourself. You need to rework your subconscious mind, and you need a positive mindset and a mentor to push you to the next limit. That's me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to show up every single day. I push myself to the next limit. I figured out how to get myself in the right place. I can help you get yourself to the right place. I've helped thousands of people around the world position themselves mentally, spiritually, physically, and financially in a way to keep themselves educated, financially educated on another level. So if you're willing to take your life to another level and you're looking at the eyes of someone that did it and you're dead serious, you're life serious, I don't like the word, but you are ready to go all the way. There's no excuses left in you. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're done. You're ready to take it all the way. I'm the one that's going to take you there. All right? Jump on in. Join my trading group. Pay the tuition just like you would pay to any school in the world. And I'm going to give you every piece of education I have, from life education. Right now, my mom and dad died. I'm still pushing forward every single day. That's a life education right there. Just from hanging out with me, you would get that. I mean, that's an education and a half. I joined this trading group. The leader lost his mother. He never took a day off. He still found gains. The man pushed forward no matter what. He grieved when he had to. He cried when he had to, but he made it happen for the people that joined and signed up to his trading group. He never stopped doing what he loved to do. He kept it moving. If that's not inspiring to you, if that doesn't push you to the next limit, if that's not a story to write in the New York Times, if that should have been in the cover of the Rolling Stone, for crying out loud. God bless each and every one of you. We love you, we appreciate you, and we care about you. My love for you is what keeps me going. And I got a bunch of look, I have 36 tabs open, and there's a reason for every single one of them. A thought out process that I got ready for the show. It took me an hour getting ready. Wanted to show you things that I wanted to talk about. Was excited. So I have a whole show planned for you. It's going to be amazing. And it's definitely something that you want to look into. If you're into BRC 20 right now, something that I want to talk about, you're into BRC 20. All right? I'm telling you right now, you want to get into ORDS. I'm going to write it down. ORDZ, ORDS. This thing is a new gaming idea. Again, you don't want to get into it. You want to research it. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right? This is my real life, and I'm just educating you, too, on technical analysis and going over whatever I find in the market that looks exciting, you know, and you guys teach me what you find that looks exciting, too, as well. It's been an amazing run for each and every one of us to be here, and I love it. I love it. So VAI, thank you for the first super chat. And everyone who sends super chats, we really appreciate you. Shout out to all the fan funding here already coming in. John Preston, we love you. Sorry, VAI. No, we got you. Oh, you wrote VIA. I still saw it as VAI. I got you, man. I got you. I knew what you were talking about. Live, laugh, and love. I love that. He wants Chainlink. We'll take a look at it. Cheers, Sam. Thank you for your time. Any near ideas? We'll take a look at near pulling back to 412 from 450. We'll look at that. Mark Preston, thanks so much for everything you do. God bless you, Mark. Little late, scrolled back and saw the tie. Rocket. God bless you, Glenn Baker. You're the man, dude. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Shout out to everybody here on the live, and thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every single one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Apologize if I say that too many times, but I don't think you can ever be too appreciative and too kind and too thankful and too grateful. Gratitude is the attitude that I use every single day of my life to the day I die. I will sit down and I will pray for gratitude and for thankfulness and everything in my life. I was so thankful that I had a mother and father that told me they loved me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times in my life. Think about it. If I lived, 10 years at 300 days a year, that's 3,600 days, right? Roughly. I lived 40 years. So I got 4 of those. So that's 72. So I lived about 14,400 days so far in my life, roughly. All right? About 14,400 days. And my parents told me they love me probably every single one of those days. So there's 14,000 times someone told me they love me. And they told me they love me a few more times during the day. And sometimes both of them told me. So in my lifetime, my parents must have told me they love me over 50, 60,000 times or more, man. And I'm blessed. And that's why I love each and every one of you. My ability to love comes from my mother's ability to love me. You know what I mean? And may God bless each and every one of you for being here. All right. And thank you for these moments that I get to share because they help me get over the death of my mother. So I know sometimes they may be off topic, but I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, and it means the world to me. Shout out to the 927 beautiful souls, 283 likes, $23 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you. All right. Moving forward, let's continue to get the gains. Let's take a look at Bitty Bitcoin, but I got something else to talk about. Everyone's interested in Coke Inu. I call it Coke Inu, but took a nice little dump to the downside, right? It was getting tight. consolidative, gonna try to bring people in, flush to the downside. Did I buy any of this? No, I did not, you know, and it seems like meme coins are getting a little of an end of the year, you know, I don't know, meme coins end of the year really could get battled, but, and this thing could rug pull and turn to zero. Remember, these are memes, you know what I mean? So I know people just wonder, hey, what happened to, you know, said coin, right? Inu. Said coin Inu. It's funny. It did get a bounce back up. Could it be main inside this channel? There's your chance. It could kind of go up and down here and make a bigger falling wedge. All right. I'm not into this. I'm just, you know, I know other people want, you know, kind of ask about it and talk about it, right? We're having the exclusive event for anyone that wants to jump into BingX today through my link in the description or the QR code right here below me, right there, right over there. But exclusive, get up to $150 if you join BingX. Deposit $30, get 50 USDT bonus voucher on futures. Trade up to $3,000 in spot in volume, right? In futures volume, and get up to 100 USDT bonus as well. That's up to 150 USDT bonus only through my link through BingX. And so if you want to jump into BingX, that's something that you could do. GFL is also getting added to BingX. That's a big deal for us GFAL people. Remember, we got into GFL very early. Wait for that thing to get into Binance or Coinbase or something big. We got into that coin so early. Joystream also getting on Gate.io. Two big updates today that are kind of pushing the coins that we've been hard on for a long time. We also make great picks here. We've been on some coins at the very beginning. Talk about Naka when it was 6 cents. I was going over it all throughout the bear market. That thing did over a 20x. You know, XNA, also Neura AI getting listed on Gate.io, getting the extra pump to the upside. I'm excited. And, you know, I can't wait to see kind of what this bull market brings as we head on in. Two more things I want to talk about, but I'm going to wait till after the Bitcoin update. But I'm super excited to show you something that's happening. A coin that I believe might begin to pump today. A meme microcap that's doing some damage. And it's funny, we call them microcaps, but they end up having bigger caps than substantial coins. You know, they ended up with million, you know, and $1 billion micro. It's pretty crazy. All right. So I have my Binance chart, but I also have here my MEXC chart. And I figured I'd just kind of start fresh here. Look at that cup and handle, though, hitting the target to the upside. Sammy cup and handy for Bitcoin on the daily. All you had to do was play that cup and handle with tight moving averages and stay inside that trade. Still in that trade for big money, right? Insane, right? I'll use the Binance chart. We're going to start fresh like we always do. But we're still inside this consolidative channel. Nothing has really changed from there. Bigger picture. Almost a bit of a cup and handle here forming, getting in this tight channel. And we're going to break all this down. We're going to talk about it. We're going to start for the weekly. We're going to get rid of the moving averages. We're going to zoom in. And we're going to look at this puppy all the way from the beginning to the end. We're going to start on that like 2-week chart. And we're going to end all the way down. Maybe at the 7. Who knows? Maybe even the 1. You never know where we end up here on the channel. Sometimes it's the 1 second. We've been on the 1 second here on this channel. Can you believe that? We've traded the 1 second, the 30 second, the 1 minute, the 5 second, the 7 minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, the 5 day, the 3 day. You know, I really like the 3 day though. That's kind of my sweet spot. Anybody knows me. I'm a big 3 day trader. I love my 3 day charts. They've made me a lot of money because most people don't pay attention to them. I bet you if you looked at all the traders in the world, a very small percentage look at the 3 day chart. Like they don't use the 3 day chart. So you want to separate yourself from the herd, right? That's how you get good at anything in life, right? That's how you get the money, man. Get the monies. Go after what other people aren't going after. How many people live streamed throughout the entire Christmas vacation? And they were like, they didn't. They took days off, you know, and my channel is going to continue to grab market share while their channel continues to kind of. And when these people had 80,000 subs or 70,000 subs, when I had 30, and they're going to see me hit 100K before they hit 100K, and it's just going to be the hard work, period. I'm just grabbing that algorithm. I'm just going at it. You know, we had one of our biggest live streams yesterday, 6,000 viewership. God bless you all. And I will be a little more talkative the last few days because it's towards the end of the year, and I'm starting to be kind of recollective of all we've done in 2023. All right, so I hope you're okay with that. You know, I'm going to be a little more boisterous, not boisterous, but vociferous. Is that the word? Is vociferous? Vociferous, clamorous, blatant, strident, boisterous, obstreperous, means so loud or insistent as to compel attention. Yeah, vociferous, right? vociferous. But I'm going to be voicing how beautiful the year was, really, in talking about it. All right, so I hope you're into that. I hope that excites you. I hope you're not pissy that every once in a while I talk about like the human race and not just a bot chart. All right. Can you holla at HNT for me? I will if you send in a super chat, my friend. $1.99 is the lowest entry into the game. And, may your day be blessed. Many blessings, brother. Any word on AVAX and ANALOS? Wow, he's doubling me up. I was planning on looking at one of those anyway, so you probably get lucky with both. We'll add them to the list. Shout out to you for being here. Yeah, quite verbose is another good way to say it. Verbose is another one, Vociferous. That's just another one that is very, obscure, right? Erudite. Funny. Erudite. I love that word. So here we go. We broke above resistance on the 2-week. Clear resistance at 37,000. All right. We don't really have resistance on the 2-week till we get 47,167. We had a little bit right here at 43,000 that we've been hanging out at on the 2-week chart. See it right there? Once we break through that, I mean, you can see there's really not a lot of resistance on the big chart for Bitcoin. Once it's 48,000, I mean, this thing on the 2-week says it can cruise to 60K. So, like, we're a lot closer to 60K than people realize, in my humble opinion. Like, we're basically there. You know what I mean? GNS and everything in MATIC. Have you or will you get into Ben V2? I already have some Ben V2. Yeah. I can prove it because I moved my Ben and it's sitting as like a without the logo now. Yeah. I got some Ben V2. Yeah. I love to, speculate on the market and see where anything could go. I hope one day I get to meet some of you in real life. You will. Of course you will. Why would you hope? Just make it happen. Tell yourself you're going to find the next event, go to it, and you're going to meet us. New crypto trader from Denmark says hello. On my first year, but reading up for some years. Amazing. Then you're going to love this channel. Sam Coin won't need a V2. Shout out to Jamie. We love you. We appreciate you. Let's take a look at the weekly here. All right. Weekly hits resistance at 47,600. All right. I've been using the 5-day because the 5-day has this perfect area right here where we've hit. And that's 5-day resistance right there. And we've been hitting it. 44,009, right? Bang, bang, bang. 44,700 for Bitcoin. So key level that we can't get back above. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of where we've been sitting at. Now I'm going to flip on the moving averages and kind of take a look at what's happening. We have a golden cross coming on the 5-day chart. Very bullish. The 21, we saw it coming for the 200. We crossed it. And I kept saying when we got up here that we needed to come to the 21 on the 3-day or the 5-day chart. Remember, I kept saying this over and over again. Look at the 3-day. The 3-day in a beautiful. And remember, I projected this back here. If you remember correctly, I was projecting these patterns here because that's what I do. Everyone knows I make the pattern before it happens. And I was saying, look, we just need the 3-day to come on in. And I said this could take 15 to 20 days because we could take 7 3-day candles. And I said, look for some probably consolidation here for a while for Bitcoin at the beginning of December. I said, this would be great for the altcoins. We go sideways for Bitcoin for the month of December, and we will pump, 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 pump. We won't lose market share. People will still bounce on in. And I love using this tool here, the replay tool. It's amazing. So as the 21 gets closer and closer to price action, the better off I feel. When price action's away from the 21, you're going to come to it. It attempted to do that, but we just kept getting bought up. You can clearly see a beautiful support here on the 3-day chart at 41,189. And I'll even make it just right here with array. If you use Alt-J, it's going to stop right where your mouse is. If you use Alt-H, it's going to go the entire channel. That's Alt on a PC, I believe Option on a Macintosh computer. You want to be using all of these shortcuts here on TradingView. Otherwise, you're going to have to be running around grabbing things, and we don't need to be doing that. And that's how the show, if I didn't know my shortcuts, the show would not go so well. Like, look, how did I make this Alt-T? Right now, there's nothing. I hit Alt-T, I can draw myself a trend line. I can hit Control-Z to go right back and take it away. And so conservatively, that's 54,000, right? That first trend. And then we could say the length of the bigger pole. And that lines exactly up with that. Isn't that insane? I took the length. It lined exactly up with the previous resistance I had drawn on that 2-week and the weekly. matches up to 63,000. So this is the highest I've seen. And think about it. Bitcoin here was at 34, right? Or let's even say Bitcoin here is sitting at 26. And it went up to 44. It went up damn near 100%, right? I mean, think about it. It went up $20,000 on 26,000, right? It was at 25K, and it did go almost to basically 45,000. It went up 20,000 on 25,000. I mean, that's 4/5, all right? That's 4/5. That's 80% gain for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up 80% since October. Since 10/10. Let's get this, you know what I mean? And why am I saying that? Well, because it's not that far-fetched to think on its next move up by March, it could go up 50%. And that would just be 20K to 63,000. Now you start realizing, now your eyes start, because when you're at a 20K and you're thinking about 60K, you're thinking about a 3X. But when you're thinking about 80K now from 60K, you're thinking about a 25% move. And when you realize the ETF, the money coming, they're going to start printing the dollar like you wouldn't believe. And we're going to get into the DXY in a little bit. I can't wait to show you what's happening to the DXY and break it down. Shout out to the 1,083 people here on the live, 351 people, $62 in chat revenue. May God bless all you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. And again, some people do use God to whatever. Man, God is getting me through the death of my mother. You know, without God, there's no way I'd be able to show up every single day here like I am. And then all you people that believe in God send me messages and you're like, don't worry, like keep your faith in God and you'll be able to get through this. And it's amazing. I've been at peace more than you ever. If you had told me this was going to happen to me, I thought I would have been just devastated. But because I have something to believe in, because I have a community that I've built, because I have something that I've been working towards for for years now, it's keeping me going. It's keeping me going. And I hear my mother inside right now. I can hear her and she goes, I'm with you. I'm behind you. And I hear my dad, I'm with you. I'm behind you. And we're proud of you. And you keep going. Because my mom knows it's all I got. And she kept going. You know, when my dad passed, she didn't just get, she had her moments, but she kept moving. She signed up for classes. She was doing painting. She was making my daughter a bracelet. She knew she had to stay busy to keep it moving, man. And she did that. She did that. She did that. Jesus prayed to God, man. You know what I mean? I do what Jesus did. Jesus prayed to God. 63,000. All right. 63,400. All right. God, love, eternal harmony. Amen. Amen. Whatever somebody taps into. I never force feed anyone their spiritual guides. Amen. You know what I mean? Believe in the universal power, whatever you call it. Amen. So let's take a look at the 3-day chart. So this is the first time I'm ever revealing a target to 63,000 ever on the channel. Ever. This is the first time ever. You guys are hearing it first. So let's break it down now. Let's talk about it. Last night, the daily candle. I want to make sure I'm about to say it. All right, cool. So yesterday, right, things didn't look as good. Today, now the daily candle opening up green. Looked like it got a rounded bottom, trying to come on out. We even have a bit of a falling wedge on the RSI, right? There's no real divergence here as that kind of swings down and that swings down as well. Nothing too crazy. We had a bearish div that played down and we didn't really get too much dumpage. We had a double bottom with a higher low. If you look at the daily, this is turning out to look a lot like this one. Isn't it not? I mean, starting to kind of resemble it a lot, right? So this is what I see here on the daily channel. And yes, I know I say always use the candle bodies, not the wicks. And here I'm doing a little bit of both. But I mean, it's technically, it's got that ascending triangle vibe that I don't want to ruin, you know. But I could flatten it too a little bit and just say this is the channel. Either way, it's got this ascending triangle vibe. And they've been wicking out of the pattern a little bit. That's why I stick to the candle bodies, specifically if I can on the downtrend, you know. So bounce. So there's a high, there's a low, there's a lower high, but there's a higher low. Can we put in a higher high? Does this resemble a bit of a cup with a handle, a shoulder, a head, and a wiggly, weird right shoulder? Do we end up getting rid of this double top, which I feel like you would never have gotten this green candle. If it was a true double top, you would have continued to the downside. But you got saved again by the bell, baby. And Bitcoin stayed inside this. And remember, I have a, this is the trade that I've had open now for days that I gave you guys like 2 days ago on the 4-hour time frame, right? Target is this base pull to about it was 52,000, right? 51, 52K. What I like about it, it's 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. What I'm not a fan of, curving 21 on the daily. Usually resembles some type of move down. I'm just not the best. Bearish div here for sure that we could say really hasn't played out yet. RSI needs to continue down. We're getting a curve here. So I'm just going, bearishness. And the thing is, we just have to lose 41,131. We do that, then we're going to come drop and test 36, 37K. Like we're going to test this 38K right here. That's just what's going to happen if we lose 41,000, right? So we're $2,000 away. We got a little buffer. But if we lose 41,000, we're dropping all the way down to about 38, all right? That's just what's going to happen. All right, so we got to be open-minded. So it's really kind of crucial that this trend line holds. If this trend line doesn't hold, we test this. We test this, we go further down. So, 22-hour also showing signs of life, though. All right, and the 22 hours been in a great time frame to really pick Bitcoin apart when the other time frames are giving us somewhat of confusion, or we're a little overbought or oversold or pinned in a certain region on the daily. The 22-hour has been coming through and providing clarity. It's been doing it now for 2 years, and I've been sticking to it. It's been an amazing, amazing time frame. I love the 22. I rave about it. I use it every day. You see me with it all the time, right? 22 looks interesting and it looks good to me, right? So as I build the profile, I start to see what's happening for Bitcoin. This is how we're so accurate. We take this much time like every single day. Now the 8-hour has been my go-to secret time frame. I've made like 3 monster trades for Bitcoin, and my 3 biggest calls for Bitcoin have come from the 8-hour. And listen, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. You're going to make a high above this high, right? That's what's called hidden bullish divergence. And the 8-hour hidden bullish has shown its head a few times now, and nobody really can pay attention or see that. Like, no one notices it. I notice it because we do it every day, and I'm keen on it, right? So I'm like, oh, there's the hidden bullish. So the bounce off the bottom of the channel is absolutely beautiful. It defies this bigger Bart Simpson pattern. I'm open-minded to anything. Shoulder, watch this. Shoulder, head. Could we make a right shoulder and dump? Possible. Come to this 200 SMA on the 8-hour time frame. These are possibilities, all right? These are the levels that we would be having to watch, right? And remember, we would still have this double top. You still haven't been able to get above that resistance, and really, 45K. We really need to get back above 45K. To me, it's 44.8. If you bring it down here on the 8, it's that wick right there. But we got to get back above 45,000, right? So this is kind of where we stand. The 8-hour looks really bullish to me, and so that's why I say, why not go for the long? Worst comes to worst, we get stopped out around here. If it really is that bearish, we can recoup most of the loss with a short back down to this area. You know what I mean? So I really like the risk to reward. I like the 3 to 8. All right. And it's been hovering sideways. So here we move forward to the 4-hour, which is my main intraday time. I love this time frame. The 4-hour still has momentum, but does also suggest that we may have some more sideways price action. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. I'm looking for the right shoulder here on the 4-hour time frame. I'm looking for this to come up, get rejected today. By the end of tonight, by tomorrow morning, I want to see some type of right shoulder. That could take 24 hours, about 6 to 7 to 8, maybe even a little longer. Tomorrow afternoon, maybe. I'd like to see a right shoulder and fill this out. All right. But I expect more sideways price action as the market makers and the whales just kind of edge Bitcoin along these next few days until we get into the new year. And then we get the ETF and something big could happen. Some people would think we could get the ETF this week. And if that happens, this thing is skyrocketing to 52,000. Trust me, in literally a half an hour, you're going to see a massive candle. So that's another reason I believe it, that's another reason I'm preparing to be in the long. So I'm sticking to my long. I have it mapped out here, as you can see. And but I also know that it could easily get stopped out, and there's no guarantees that trade's going to go well. It's simply a probability. But we've been doing so well trading Bitcoin, and we've made so much money in the last few weeks. literally me, people I know. I mean, for my accounts that I hold long-term to swing trades and stuff, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, like $500,000 or something in 1 month. It's been insane. It's been one of the most successful months of I believe November was the most successful month of my entire life. Yeah. Seriously, like, may God bless every one of us. Like, and I'm not saying that to brag, and I guess but I'm just, and honestly, it's your win because it's each and every one of you who showed up to my channel every day when I had 3 people. It's all the people that gave super chats. It's all the people that gave love. It's all the people that supported me. It's each and every one of you. Like, I'd be nothing without all the people. So I opened up this live stream. I flipped up the camera. I'm from my house one day, and I began to speak. And I began to teach. And I began to share my education, and here we are. I did it every single day for 1,000 days, and I built a bond with each and every one of you that will never be replaced. I've done something for myself and for each and every one of you that could never be taken away. Our trading group is respected around the world. People know the Lifer name and the Lifer brand from every single event, from Bitcoin Miami to Consensus, right? To Las Vegas and Karate Crypto, to where we won the Best Technical Analysis Award of 2023. To being in a magazine last year, a year ago. May God bless you all. Thank you so much for every one of you. You know, may God bless you all. Sam was legit. Sorry I found you so late. Don't be sorry, man. You're here now, baby. You're right where you need to be. SCN Ontology, God bless Lifer. Thanks for your knowledge and the time. Bryson, we don't do double ups on the super chats. 1 super chat per person. If you double up, it gets really crazy. But you did send 2 super chats. All right. Or maybe there isn't. Maybe it just came in twice. I don't know. Interesting. Shout out to Resi Rich. My bad. Ask for AVAX and ANALOS together. You deserve another super chat for that. You're the Magnus Carlson of TA. Thank you for inspiring me, brother. Anytime, man. Could you take a look at Crow? #1 crypto live stream around. Sneaky Pete Vaporizer in the game. SCN Ontology. God bless all the lifers, and thank you for the knowledge and the time. Shout out to the 1,100 beautiful souls in the live. And I'm telling you, last year, all the other years of my entire channel, this was like a slow week. I can't believe we have 11, which is a blessed day. $98 in chat revenue. If you told me at the end of the year that I'd be on cloud 9 at 10:55 a.m., man, you people are amazing. We're going to get into all your super chats. Shout out to Bryson Gonzalez, Live Life Laugh, Sneaky Pete, Vaporizers, B. Tyler, Resi Rich, Crypto Plumber, Samora Liddy, Cabrera, QF Stops, Jake, Vinos Gyros, The British Perspective, J. Dub Shub, Resi Rich again, Crypto Plumber, Karate been pumping lately. Can you look into it? I love you. Yeah, I said it was going to because they had in the event. Glenn Baker, Mark Preston, Jedi M, Stas, Live, Laugh, and Love, John Preston. Wow. And MTC becoming an exclusive lifer as well. Jedi M in the house. Stas again. I love you, Stas. We'll take a look at Near for you. So that's my Bitcoin idea. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour is bearish to me because I don't like when the Stokes, but it's doing this bend. See this little bend? And remember, there is liquidity all the way at 38,000 right here for BOOKMAP. You know, when you even just look at it and glance at it, 38K. So we can't be, you know, caught off guard. Wow, but now look, I mean, the liquidity is shifting a little bit. Yeah, look, the liquidity has shifted since the stream began. They began to build more liquidity above us now than below us. See this? Now BOOKMAP suggests that we go higher. Look at this. When we started the show, there was more yellow down here, if you remember correctly. We went like this and it was all yellow. And when we zoomed out, we could see there was just more, you know, it was like that. Yeah, still a little bit more, but they're starting to build more liquidity. And look, 44.5 is right there, and it's dark, dark red. I'll be honest, that's the closest dark red. So now BOOKMAP, oh, look at that now. Now it's saying we go into 45K. So BOOKMAP now is on the side of the long, in my humble opinion. And it says that we're going to 45,000. So be on the lookout for a move to 45K for BOOKMAP. That would break us above the resistance, and then it would be very likely we get to 47. And then those bigger channels and things that I'm talking about would begin to play out. Right now, the 1 hour doesn't look good on the stochastics RSI. 15-minute looks better, though. And the 15-minute's in a little bit of a flag. So, what day is it today? Wednesday, but the market was closed on Monday. I don't believe it will act like a normal Wednesday. I believe every day is kind of going to have like some false moves to it. Just be careful. It's going to be like trading on a Saturday most of the week. I'd watch this flag, though, and as long as you stay above the 200 SMA and the 50 comes for it, there's a pump up to 44,000. So here's a nice scalp for Bitcoin in the 15, and the 15-minute looks ready for a pump. And the 1 hour doesn't look bad. It's kind of in the middle. There's almost an Adam and Eve here. And there's almost a bit of a double bottom right there, too. So I'm bullish on a possible pump here for Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame. And almost some hidden bullish, too. I mean, you got to swing down on the RSI while this swung up. Gives me some hidden bullish vibes that we will continue and break this high. You have a resistance that you have to break above at 43,277. We'll call it 270. Yeah, 43,2. Yeah, that resistance there, even 43,300. Maybe 43,300. That was the number that I kept hammering on yesterday and past days on and off. So this is Bitcoin. We're going to leave it alone now. But remember, we started at the 2-week chart. I did talk about some life stories in the middle. We got all the way back to the 15-minute time frame, and I'm watching this flag now on the 15-minute. This will give us the most information, and then we can go from there. Bit of almost a cup and handle, and that inverted head and shoulder that I looked at yesterday that I talked about ended up playing out, which is kind of crazy. That's insane. And those divergences that we looked at here are so far keeping us in the game. So only time will tell, but we got a nice liquidation, some divergences, inverted head and shoulder, Bitcoin inside of this flag. 77 every time, baby. Watch it do 77 on the what if it went to 77 on the actual change, that would be crazy, like 7777. Tried to get it to do it. The magic of numbers. Anyway. So I'd watch this flag on the 15. It's going to give us the most information possible to let us know where we're going. All right. And that would take us to 44,000 on the smaller time frame, and then we could begin to build on the bigger one. 4 hour suggests we are going to get the bounce. And look, I'm looking at this shoulder, head, right shoulder for a break on out. So I already got half the inverted. I just want the other half here. Funny, it looks a lot like this. See this? Looks a lot like that. They almost look, see, this looks like a fractal of this. Anyway, so that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. We can put it away. I want to look at the DXY, and then we're going to just dive into all the super chats. If you're new to my channel, every single day here, I start off with Bitcoin. Usually takes me between 10:10 and about 11 o'clock to finish with Bitcoin. I did talk some things. I talked about life and went, appreciative in God and all that, But, when it comes down to it, it's there's just like a worker dude putting a wire together. But I don't want him to see me in here with like all my electronics. I was like, yep. Shout out to the 128 people, 430. Can I have the likes up to the watchers? I greatly appreciate it. So remember, we talked about the dollar getting the drop to the downside, and I kept going over this. And when the dollar gets to this, my measured moves here, right? And look, I mean, we had the symmetrical triangle. The measured move to the downside is the base of the triangle. And I know these are 50-50, but they break down more than they and that says you were going to go to 101, and you did. Then I even were drawing these little flags and talking about the flags and projecting them, saying if we fall into a flag, we're going to fall further down. We kept just hitting previous support and resistance levels and dropping further down. And, my next level, you can see, was like 101. And now we're at 100. We broke 101, which is crazy. But this is all part of the plan. Now, I would have liked a bigger Bitcoin pump. It's interesting. We finally, this happened the last time. I'm waiting for the dollar dump. I'm waiting for the dollar dump. We get the dollar dump. We don't get the Bitcoin pump. It's like you get enough of it, but not all the way, right? Anyway, so this symmetrical triangle broke down. And I have this level. Eventually, we are going to get some type of bounce back to the upside, right? How big the bounce is going to be the question, right? But we've been keeping the dollar in this channel, and I've been talking about these levels, and I really see it coming all the way back down to break this low and coming. And this is why. If we flip on the moving averages now, let's talk about it. Once we lost the 200 SMA on the daily, I knew that we were on our way for way more downside. That's the beginning. Just like that's the beginning of a huge pump, that's the beginning of a massive dump. And honestly, this is kind of scary in a way because it's showing that we're about to lose massive purchasing power on the dollar. Like, the dollar's not going to be able to buy a dang thing. Like, and honestly, it looks like it's going to take a massive crash. We're going to go to 96. Once we break the psychological 100, I mean, and it's going to get harder and harder to buy things for the average person. The paycheck's not going to go up. But, you know what I mean? But the value of things are going to go up. Toilet paper is going to go up. Housing is going to go up. Shoes are going to go up. Gas is going to go up. They're going to tell you they've got inflation under control, but how when the dollar's about to tank? So it's almost like you want the dollar to kind of go up and down a little bit, but this has been a beatdown. It's been a beatdown for the dollar. Now, when the 3-day lost the 200 SMA, that was a even bigger deal. The last time we did that, we dropped from 96 all the way back down to 89, and that was in 2020 to 2021. Okay? And I could show you, I mean, these were the Bitcoin rallies, right? So one more nasty drop. It's interesting to see, like, I'm under the impression that we are in an accelerated bull market and that we are going to finish a little earlier than the last few cycles. Either that or we're going to extend in some type of super cycle because we just got too much going on. You know, because look, when the dollar drops to here, that's all our rally right there. After that, I mean, it's going to have to drop more for more rally. It's just, and you know, if you just go by all the last few rallies that we've had, if you juxtapose the dollar index, the DXY, with, let's say, the total market cap of cryptocurrency, and you looked at them both on the weekly chart, right? And I love doing these juxtapositions with multiple macro charts. This is really how you get into the next level of charting, really, in my humble opinion. Is when you can put two assets together and start seeing the correlative moves, right? But look, where was our big pump in 2000 right here? It began right here, and we began to pump. And what was that? Look, it was a dump for the dollar. The dollar began, you know, let's open this up. Remember, this is our rally in 2017. This is when I started getting into crypto in 2016. And then I experienced the biggest pump of my life into December of 2017. And then it was over. You know? So look, we could have something like this. Look, so the halving comes in 2016. And then you literally, that December of the following year is when people should be taking profits, personally, most of the profits. There's going to be some pumps here and there for sure, but that's where most of the profits should be taken. You know what I mean? And again, so that would put us at December of 2025 to be getting out of the market. Anyway, that's not what I'm here for today, but so anyway, so we pumped up, and you can see that's when the dollar in the DXY had its dump. Then we had our massive, 2020 rally, which again, the time to really fully get out was the next year in November. Like, see that? Same thing. So this followed suit exactly with the last rally, right? But again, look at the rally. This rally, boom, what happened? It started with the dollar dumping. Now the dollar index pumped a little bit with the rally here. You see that? They pump together. So they can pump together. But that's when they're turning on the money printer and it's more complete manipulation, right? But then you can see what happened. The dollar had a huge pump up, and that was our dump. That was our bear market. You see this? Then we've had a massive pump in the total, and that's been a massive dump in the dollar. The dollar doesn't go down forever. This tells me that a correction for this market has to be, you gotta, it's not always love forever. I just, I don't like to be, I'm too much of a realist. I've been in the markets for too long. And I'm not saying we're going to 3K or, you know what I mean? And again, anything, maybe we could. There's a chance Bitcoin does make a new low. I'm open-minded to that, but I'm going to take it one step at a time. Like, I trade Bitcoin every 5 hours, so I don't really need to worry about that because Bitcoin's going to show me it's going to lose big moving averages on certain time frames. But I just want you to kind of take this in right now, right? And this is something definitely to look at. And it's been a rally around rallies, right? And you can see we're kind of at a standstill here. So let's get back to the dollar index and break it down. So on the weekly, we've got like a supportive resistance level. I'm going to delete all my old work. We're going to start fresh. We definitely have this trend line now and this trend line now. And a parallel channel, right? Trying to see where they put those. Point of the story is, right, it's so funny how I realize how I can, to keep the show going, it's all about my creative mind moving, right? That's part of it all. Like, that's part of the allure of the entire show. The second I drop off and that energy loses, the energy's over, you know, and it's interesting. It makes me realize that you are always the creative energy in which you keep, and you are the reality in which you have. Right? Including me. Like, my whole life is based on me keeping the reality and keeping the energy. You know? It's pretty insane to me. Because it's constant recreation. It never ends. You know? But, you know, when you're in constant state of recreation, you have very little competition because not many people want to be in a constant state of creation. You know what I mean? That's mastery of that's mastery of success. I used to be afraid of it for years, and sure, what I'm telling you is insane. Like, because when you want to live a normal life, you want everything cookie cutter. You want to know where you're going to go to work. You want to know when you're getting your paycheck. You want it all. So this would be interesting, right? Just something I'm looking at now. But no, I'm onto something big here subconsciously. If you tuned out, you just missed out on some of the greatest life lessons of your life. So right now, check this out. You know, you're in this repetitive mode. Oh, I'm almost lost my train of thought. I'm so deep in my brain. I'm trying to get it back. What was I talking about? I was talking about, this is so important too, what I'm saying. And I know you guys think I'm rambling, but I'm not. Like, it's insane. I'm about to put you on to some, like, insane alpha to success. What was I just saying? Let me look at the chat. Someone's going to be able to remind me what I was just saying. And you're like, it was so important. How could you forget? I know. Oh, yeah. So when you're in the state of creation, okay, here it is. Here it is. Check this out. And I picked up on this subconsciously when I started studying multi-millionaires and billionaires. So I was working a regular job, but I also was creative. All right. So I was working a regular job, but I also was doing film and video on the side. So I was getting in the mode of recreating myself and being creative. But then I would go back to the job and they'd tell me what to do. And I'd find ways to do the job creatively. Okay. But then I started looking at people who ran their own company, and I was like, wow, they have no paycheck waiting for them. Like, they have to think of the next move every day. And I said, that's really stressful. I don't know if I could handle that. I just want to show up and go to work. And then I said, but to be successful, you have to be ready to recreate yourself at every moment and be creatively turning the page of reality. And I said, oh my God, that's what entrepreneurs are doing? I said, yeah, they're actually in the form of creation all the time. And one thing can only last for so long till you have to build it into something else. Like, you can have your version 1 product for so long, it's time to come out with V2. You know what I mean? Like, look at the DJI Osmo. Now it has a little screen. Like, they just keep upgrading these little gadgets and stuff like that to another level. And so my point was, I realized it hit me that to be successful, to be in the top 1% of people that make money in the world, I had to find a profession and be in one that I was creating myself. And I had to always be in a constant state of creativity. And I had to be and that's why that's what the show is right now. Right? Right now I'm giving you guys value, and I'm creating the value at every moment. I'm freestyling value at every moment in time. But that's the beauty of the value. And then I realized that's the beauty of my skill as a person. Like, it's that ability to spin off a reality as it's happening. And that's the key to success. I'm telling you right now, that's the true key to entrepreneurship. Like, I've hit it. Like, I'm telling you something that will blow your mind. So you want to always be in a state of recreating and be in a state of creativity. And that goes for trading too, because you'll see trading in a certain light. And it's funny that we had 1,040 people and 20 people just tuned off, which is weird because they're not hearing me. They're not hearing me. Like, I'm giving some of the greatest success like gems away. I'm telling you right now. No, because this is something that like I thought of but never had told to me in a true statement where I could encompass it and understand it, right? And I struggled with this for years, everybody. So I'm talking to someone right now on this chat of the 1,034 people is me in the past. And you're going through exactly what I was going through, and I know I'm speaking to you, and I know I'm helping you, and I know because I'm getting you to that next level. And you're scared. You're afraid of your own success. Who here has been afraid of success? I was. Who here could see the path they were going to take, but realize it was going to, they realized, wow, if I got really into making this film or really into my thing, I'm going to be doing everything, but then I'm not going to be able to go and hang out with my buddies on Sunday. I'm not going to be able to go maybe cavort with the ladies that I see every weekend, Who here knew that if they got deep into what they loved, it may have taken them away from their easy, guilty pleasures, and they were afraid of their success, and they didn't want to go all the way because they knew if they went all the way, it was going to take everything. Like they were going to go all the way. And see, you're someone that knows true success then. See, other people don't even know that feeling because they don't even know true success. So you're that person that knows true success. It's hidden in you right now, and you want it more than you would ever want it, but you're being held back by something. There's something holding you back. And then that leads to depression because you know you have it. And then when you do a job, when someone asks you, when your buddy says, hey, can you help me move? And you go over, you pick up everything. You help the guy move more than he does. You're the person that's ready to go. You're never lazy. When your neighbor needs help, you're there right away. You do things for others. You're super thoughtful, you're super caring, but you're not that caring for yourself. At the last minute, you pull back. At the last minute, you don't go all the way into that key part of success that you know you want. At the last minute, for some reason, you step back. Eventually, you go grab that beer, you grab that smoke, and you know that was the day you were supposed to kind of go a little further to your dream, but you don't, you pull back. And as you pull back, you ask yourself, why am I pulling back? And you hear yourself say it, and you tell yourself, leave me alone right now. I want to get high. I want to get drunk. I want to do me. I want to go hang out. I want to have bowling night. I want to go watch the game. All right? And you drift back. And you play this game mentally for years and years and years until it bleeds you dry of your energy. Until you're so depressed that you have nothing left. Until you finally either break out of it like I did through the darkest, deepest depression of your life, or you die inside forever. And so, who are you going to be? Are you going to die inside forever? Or are you going to take the bull by the horns, and are you going to make it happen? Who are you going to be, baby? Are you going to do it today? Because today is the day, baby. Don't wait till the January 1st. Make it happen today. Let's do it, baby. I love you. Show me. I love you. I love you. All right, let's get back to the dollar index. And again, this is a gem of a show. I never thought any of this stuff was going to come out today. I didn't plan on this. I didn't write this down. But I'm saying I could teach each and every one of you how to trade. I could show you all the magic. But if you don't still believe in yourself, if you don't have the mentality to take it to that next level, you'll either blow it all, lose it all, get back into a rut, and end up in the same place. So I want to teach you from the inside out, from the deep part of your brain, right? Dying inside forever is real. It really is, man. I'm that man. 1 year sober, lost 100K in the last bull run. It takes two. Amen. Give us the magic. Why I love watching. Shout out to Mackenzie. Fizzly, we love you. So remember, be in a constant state of creation. It's not easy to be in. Once you get there, never let it go. Okay? It took me years to get here. I will never let it go as long as I can. At one point, I will retire. I will be a man that looks back on this time. I know I will. And so I cherish these days that I have the energy and the grind to move, that I'm healthy, that I'm ready to go. May God bless my family, each and every one of your families. May you all have a blessed day. Amazing, man. Cowards die many times before their death. Amen. I love that. Amazing what you just said. Cowards die many times before their death. They were already dead. Love the Lifer is going to be a big year for us, 2024. Amen. I believe no matter what, we can all change the world one step at a time. Shout out to Fam D Shuffle. How do you lose 100K in a bull run? You're making me cry, bro. Love to everybody. Amen, man. Tears of joy, brother. Lost 20K. Thought my life was over until I picked myself up again. Won't be the last time. Amen. Amen. You got to be hungry for success. Yes, you do. I got inspired today by Martini Guy. Dropped out of college at 16. Got a job, 6 years in oil and gas. Hit rock bottom. I mean, how was he even in college at 16? It's kind of funny. Hit rock bottom in 2018. Got hacked, losing everything. Took out a loan, went long on Bitcoin at 37.5, made 700K. Quit job because it was depressing to pursue crypto full time. Lockdown happened. Made a lot of money incredibly quickly. Reinvested heavily. Created a startup at the very peak of the bull market. Market crashed again. Lost an abhorrent amount of money. Sold all my assets. Funded my startup, losing 100K a month for 18 months. Got berated online for the market crash being my fault. Fans become enemies as prices of crypto decline. Never gave up. Just used the money from the sale of the assets to buy more Bitcoin harder and harder as the price dropped. Took out loans to buy altcoins near the bottom. Considered my own insanity. Sanity. Never gave up. Decided I was insane on the brink of losing my sanity. Market pumped. Sanity restored. Made good off the Bitcoin and altcoin investments. Now let's go. Absolutely smash this bull run. Shout out to the Martini Guy, man, who gave me condolences to the loss of my mother on a live stream. Super nice dude. God bless. Anyway, follow me at CryptoLifer33 where there's a lot of action going on. About to get to 24,000 subs. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Push me all the way to the limit. We'll put out polls here, ideas. I even put out free trades every once in a while, you know, ideas and setups that I'm looking at that you might not get anywhere else. So the DXY on the weekly has finally gone from bottom to low on the stochastics. Many, many weeks of a downtrend. We've had our beautiful pump. There could be a time where things kind of start to come to rain. 7-day chart, 8-day chart, they all kind of look like they're, you know, getting towards the end of their run to the downside. Daily just got, the only thing is about this is we just crossed the 200 SMA on the 3-day chart, which tells me there's a lot more downside to go here. So we're looking to lose this level. Then we're going to tuss with 98. Then we lose 97. We're going to tuss with 95. Because unless we get back above this 3-day 200 SMA, I just see massive downside for the dollar index. I really do. Just continuation of the trend. Even the daily says we continue down. Even the 4-hour has more downside right now. I'd have to just bear flag this and give it a target of about 99. Once we lose 100, that's psychological. That's going to be a big deal. So this is dropping to the downside. Unbelievable. Speaking of the stock market, Marathon Digital going to 29. Oh my God! Merry Christmas to the lifers. I put it in this flag. I said it was likely to break out from 25. Stochastics were low, touching the 21-day moving average. This is how we trade the altcoins. Marathon Digital. I now have done over a 3x on this, turned $7,000 into over $22,000. Marathon up 10% today at $29.83, everybody. Yo! One of my greatest stock calls of my entire life. You guys saw me buy it in front of each and every one of you right down here, doing what I do. A Sammy Cup and Handy on the weekly. I kept it so simple for myself. I pulled a fib, and we were at the 786 Fibonacci retracement, even the 886. I pulled a fib. I saw my cup and handle. I saw my low stochastics. I made my move. I made my entry publicly live in front of the world, baby. And we nailed it. This is what it means to be a trader, baby. To put it all on the line, man. To show everybody everything you got. To give everything you have. And man, I gave you guys this. I give you guys everything I have, man. I don't hold back. I could have made all this money alone and never said a word to anybody. Lived my life rich and chilled. Never went on YouTube. Never had the, but I wanted to battle, man. I looked at YouTube. I just wanted to compete. It's even more than the charts. It's more than the money. I want to compete. I love competing. I love doing something that challenges you. Can I get to 1 million subscribers? Can we get to 100,000 subscribers? I know we can. We got to 50K. We can do it, baby. We only needed 20x to get to 1 million. We only needed 20x. I've done that. I took this channel from 0 to 50K. We've done a 50,000x. We can definitely do a 20x. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jay Smith. Shout out to everyone. I don't know how you don't have 100,000 subs. This is nutty. Bam, man. Marathon Digital. And my target here takes us to 33. 3185 is the next target. And, I mean, the 1 hour still has momentum on the Stochastics RSI. Stochastics RSI are absolutely beautiful indicator. And look at this run. I mean, Marathon Digital at 29 makes me want to sell and take short-term capital gains at this point. This is insanity. My goodness. If I do a 20x, I will kiss your forehead. The world heard it first. Pay the man. Yo, send the likes to the watchers, everybody. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. 1,120 people here on the live. Thank you for being here. $104 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. We still have tons of altcoins to go over. I still have so many tabs to show you. We are not done with the show. Marathon Digital blasting to the upside. Mara, baby. Mara. Who's the Mara on the wall, right? The total number of Bitcoin addresses made an all-time high. Moreover, the number of Bitcoin addresses has been consistently rising since November 28th per sentiment. Bitcoin wallets just reached an all-time high of 52.44 million unique wallets in existence. Ethereum long-term holders hit record numbers in December. The most amount of Ethereum long-term holders is a record now. Unbelievable. Wow. South Korea to make officials' crypto disclosures public. Public officials who will provide an asset disclosure service starting next year to report crypto and other holdings. There you go. Also, remember Odds Games. Got some news in here, too, from our sleuths. We are thrilled to partner with Bitland Zone, a Bitcoin social media driven by AI. To celebrate our partnership, we're choosing 5 winners for whitelist spots for Bitland. 5 IDO beta whitelist BRC20 token. Follow Odds Games at Bitland Zone. Like, retweet, comment your BC1 address. So, Odds Games, right, is going to become basically a game, you know, your first kind of gaming coin on Alex, on Bitcoin. You got Bitcoin gaming now. This is getting crazy. Ords is the one, ORDZ, running off that Ordi win, kind of going off that idea there, and the ordinal family. But that's some big news. Moving forward, I want to talk about SNEC. SNEC is getting hot. I saw it kind of trending today on Twitter as well. It's been consolidating very, very nicely while it's getting oversold. It's starting to form somewhat of a hidden bullish divergence. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw SNEC made another big move to the upside. It's Cardano's favorite meme coin, and it's continuing to pump to the upside. Up 115% would be the target there if it made the gain. I'm watching SNEC closely. It looks pretty interesting to me. On the 4-hour and the daily, it's consolidating quite nicely. So I would watch SNEC and look at SNEC. Swing up to swing up. That is a beautiful hidden bullish on the 4-hour time frame. Tells you the trend will continue to the upside. It's about 90% accurate. It's another thing on the radar. So I would watch SNEC. 115% gains to 00651 for SNEC. All right. FREN also was on my radar. FREN coin that came out on Cardano. Cardano, I'm telling you right now, people are going to run into Cardano coins like they were running into Bonk. And we've already had, Cardano had SNEC, which was like its own Bonk in a way, and we're seeing some big moves here. I see this flag very interesting on FREN. These are meme coins. They're very high risk. Don't only put what you're willing to lose, and don't even listen to me, right? Don't listen to any YouTuber. I'm just showing you things that I'm following on around here. This could go up 180% gains, though. Also sporting a bit of that hidden bullish divergence, you know, on this 4-hour time frame, saying it could continue to the upside. These are just things I'm seeing on the radar on TapTools, on Cardano. Go to taptools.io to learn more and find out what happened to Cardano. And he said Mara broke 30. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, we're at 30 now. Mara at 30. Yes, yes, and more yes. Can I have more yes, please? Let's go. And today's a big day. I made a boatload of money again today. I'm talking, I mean, the market's ripping. We're talking 5, 10 grand a day. Sometimes realized, sometimes unrealized, depending if I'm swinging or selling. But I mean, every single day, 5 to 10 grand. It's out of control. It's out of control. Mara Riot have made me more money than I have in the last 10 years combined. It's insanity. Still have Bitcoin and Sol hodl bags, and I believe this is only the beginning for the miners. I see it getting to $100. Easy. In the last rally, because look at it. Let's take a look at in the last rally. This is 2020. I mean, think about it. Even before all this, it was up to 155 a share. I don't know why it crashed so hard right before the halving. I guess whatever, but it didn't pump much in the Bitcoin cycle here. I got fine. It went from $2 all the way to 40. Fine, I did a 20x. But then it came up and went to 50, went to a huge high of 80, and then got crushed, right? I guess the miners sell off when they have to. Then you have this, look at this giant inverted head and shoulder too. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, brang. Look, it broke the 200 SMA on the 3-day chart. I tell you, that's the beginning of massive moves. The last time we did that, this thing just began a massive run up. So we got in at the early bird style. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at the 2-week chart. 2-week chart still has some gas. The monthly chart. Wow, look at the monthly candle. I mean, that was one of the biggest monthly candle this coin is this, besides that crusher right there. And look at, there's really no resistance on the monthly too. Only resistance right here where we're going to hit. 32 is really our next big weekly resistance. Wow, Mara, man. And I'm actually going to take away all my old work. Wow, shout out to anyone that jumped in tomorrow with me and made massive gains. Unbelievable. And I bought this live in front of everyone on the channel. Like, I can't... If I took credit for every gain I gave, because I see lately channels come out and they're like, listen, we told you about this coin on this day, and we told you... I just keep showing up and giving you guys your next move. Like, I don't even take clout or credit for it. I mean, I like going over it, but it's like, let's make more gains tomorrow. Let's do it again. Let's just keep doing what we do. Shout out to Real. But look, we have a weekly resistance coming. So it looks like Mara will get to 32, and then we're going to come home and rest. And then hopefully we can find some support at 27, no lower than 21, and be on our way for another big move to the upside. But what a massive run up for Mara. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beautiful weeks straight of absolute loveliness. Straight 6 lovely weeks. Sammy, look at Ethereum. The history tells Mara always pump before Bitcoin does. So nice call. Amen. My mom from Italy will start watching you. Got her interested into TA thanks to you, and I'm in your group. Well, shout out to your mother. Prego. Friend is going to Valhalla with Jenny. If you want to meet Jenny, pack your bags. Amen. Can Dogecoin get a pump today? Jenny, I love you, Jenny. History tells Mara always pumps. Yeah. $8 Mara, holla here. Amen. Bitcoin up, Mara up. Can I use Mexi in Singapore? Probably. You can do whatever you want. I don't know, though. You got to figure it out. I don't live there. Let's talk about Real. This was put out by the awesome elite in my trading group. They gave us Real. They talked about it. They went over it before the pump. And this thing did an absolute massive pump to the upside. Shout out to my man, Stack McChange, going over Real, REAL. He put it first out to the trading group on 12/22. Right here, Real, right? And this was his first chart, looking at it at 19 cents. All right. Thing would eventually rip all the way to 84 and do a 4X. Still holding gains now. This is insanity what's going on at 50 cents. So, shout out to my elite. You guys are bananas with the amount of calls. And he put it out this little channel here. You can see it back then at the 22nd of December. He had you exactly at the low before this thing would absolutely make an astronomical move from 18 to 83 cents. And so I have elite traders in my group besides me, all right, doing damage every single day in the trading group. All right, now we go into the altcoins, which has been insanity. All right, someone said GROK. I'm not into this coin. Someone said GROK is GROK. I guess you guys call it GROK. All right, let's take a look at the super chats that came in today. Okay, let's get it in. HNT measured move, please. A wise man once said, eat enough chocolate and you'll be sure to find something good. Love is love, baby. Couldn't do it without you. Amen. Yeah, and we talked about scale breaking out when it was down there. Scale continuing to rip to the upside. And I would delete everything now and start looking at my smaller time frames. Yeah, see, your 1 minute, your 1 hour was in this nice flag. Broke out the flag to the upside. That measured move takes you to 8082. All right. A wise man once said nothing and just joined the 99. Amen. You know what the wise man said to his wife, right? Nothing. He was a wise man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at Link, USDT. Sorry. If you're married, it's funny. If you're not married, it's not funny. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? All right. We talked about Chainlink breaking out last night. I wore the Chainlink hat to try to kind of say something. A little bit of what did Chainlink do since last night? It pumped from 14 to 1660. Chainlink did pump. Both coins I went over and harped about and kept just saying yo, 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 which was MATIC and Chainlink, both did a nice little pump to the upside. Listen, Chainlink's in the forefront. It's hot. I went out to dinner yesterday. The waiter saw my hat as I was getting up. He said, I'm a Link Marine. He got an extra tip for that. I gave him an extra $100 because he said he was a Link Marine. No lie, straight up. You know what I mean? So, but the waiter was a Link Marine, dude. And that told me, man, there's people out here that don't know much about crypto at all. He's a waiter at a high-end restaurant in downtown Boston, so he could make $800 a night, maybe even $1,000 or more. I tipped him $200. So how much, you know what I mean? So I'm just thinking, like, how much did he? So the point of the story is I'm always assessing, the populace and the people around me. And I was like, man, this guy's a Link Marine. And then I did the live stream with the Link hat on when I got home later that night. It's just interesting, you know what I mean? This is the thing about LinkedIn, right? I wonder how many XRP Maxi didn't give him a tip because of that. I know, right? Wouldn't be surprised to see XRP come straight to a block on it. Oh yeah, because he told them he was a Link Marine. They're like, yo, don't tip that dude, yo. Funny. But it just let me realize, man, the population, like, they just find Coinbase and then they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy Link. And so you have to remember, not everyone's as deep diving like we are into all these thousands of coins and doing all these crazy things. You know what I mean? And so it's just it told me that Link was gonna pump. That's all. You know what I mean? Kind of, but in a weird, indirect way. Like, I'm just trying to think through my mind. Like, it's like in a subconsciously universal way. It's like, well, huh. Now, we're in a weird pattern. I almost have to put us in a smaller pattern here, but like, to me, that you broke out. Like, this is a tighter channel that's breaking out now. And I just see, this is definitely a bigger channel. I almost want to just force it in the pattern, right? But yeah, man, I'm seeing a $21, $22 Link, and I see it happening in 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I don't like to say time because time is whatever, but look, we already put this out. It's already up. Already up $2 on $14. All right. So congrats on Chainlink. We talked about it yesterday. All right. Or not, like, I keep thinking I went live last night. I don't know why. It's like I remember going live last night, but yesterday's live stream felt like I was live at night. I don't know why. The week's been weird because my kid's home from school. You know, my family's here. It's a different, you know. It's a different time. And Link hasn't pumped in a while. It's been consolidating now. They've been just kind of letting it do its thing. They pumped it, do your thing. Pump it, do your thing. It's been beautiful. Price action's been amazing. Look at TRIAS continuing to pump. It was in a flag here, and it pumped out the flag. See, it's like, I didn't call this. I'm just saying, like, I called it down here when it was at 333. It's at 833 now. Continuing to pump numbers. Insane. And you can see these upward trajectories in these coins, and like they're parabolic. You can feel them. They want to just, boom, like, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing's at 25. I don't even need to do TA on it. I can just feel the movement of it. It's just crazy. Anyway, moving forward, let's take a look at all these amazing super chats we got pumping on in. I talked about Cardano being the next one to rip. I went over it numerous times, posted it to the trading group, right? It didn't rip, though. Look what it did. It fell out of the pattern, dolphin dipped, came back inside the pattern again, now attempting to break on out. I still see it hitting 93 on its way up there. Think about it. People are getting into these little coins like Snack, and if they keep getting hits, see, if you keep getting meme coin hits, people are going to buy your main coin to get into the meme coin. You see? And that's going to prop the main coin up and give it, you know, and then people are going to get more into TVL. Then they're going to split. Then they're going to buy more Cardano, and then maybe more Snack, and then they're going to, you know, they're going to do the pool, and then they're going to do pooling, and then whenever there's DeFi, there's movement. Whenever there's movement, things start to happen, right? So I see Cardano making a move. It's getting a little bit of a pump right now to 63, but I see a move to 93 for Cardano, and it's coming. Like, it's not, in my mind, these are just like, these are going to happen. It's only a matter of time. The market are above key moving averages. They've declared that they're in bullish territory at this point on macro levels. We would have to lose, you know, some serious levels for us to go back. So as each coin keeps continuing to gain a key level, you have to respect it. And then after every pump, look, it pumped on December 8th. It's now been 20 days straight. You went sideways for 20 days. You know, it's very unlikely you're going to go and just decide to dump now. People had 20 days to sell off their gains. Why did they wait 20 days? Because they're consolidating. It's just people buying in, a few people taking little bits of profits and gearing up for another bigger move. Go to the door and snack me a pack of Cadanas. I like it. I like what you're doing there. I like what you did there. You're in the club. You get to come. I hope someone was listening to me on ETH. Hey, you never know over here. As we plow through the charts here, we got Near, XNA, Karate, VMint, Super, CWS, PNDC, AVAX, ANALOS, XRP, Phantom, Crow, LAI, SC, Ontology, AIMBOT, Tara. Wow, you guys are bombarding it. It's insane. So Ethereum made a nice pump from 222 all the way to 23676 or 23767. Yeah, it broke out. Look at that. Let's look at ETH in its entirety too, like I've done with Bitcoin. The hardest working man in crypto, thank you for your commitment and integrity to the space. I've learned from you and your team. I look forward to meeting you and the fam in the future. God bless you, OMAC, man. 13 weeks pregnant, 7 days, we find out whether it's a girl or a boy. And hey, Sam, just appreciate all you do. ARB for the win. Amen, my friend. Amen. Amen. And I hold some ARB. I hold some optimism. You got to hold the key coins that are going to kind of run the back end of some of these bigger, you know, market share ecosystems. And that's just something that has to be done, right? I don't even want to hold those coins. I know what I have to. See, once you understand ecosystems, you know what you have to hold. You research, you see who's in place. It's just like if you're in Monopoly, you got to get Park Place. You got to get the railroads. Like, I'm in crypto. I got to find where these layer 2s are, what's moving, what's hot, you know, what's the hot layer 1. I got to do my research, and I got to have action. I got to have exposure. And, you know, not having Arbitrum and optimism in the portfolio, I think is just kind of, it's just too easy. It's easy money. Like, it's an easy place to park. For me personally, I don't take me as financial advice, but for me, it's an easy place to park my money, you know, so. Super chat for coins are closed. Lakochi Coker. That won't stop them, Lakochi, because Seki is an AI meme token that's going to drop on ADA and hasn't launched yet. Kai Seki. How do you know? Damn. Got to get ready for dinner, too. YGG. That's our baby, too. We've been looking at that in the trading group. We'll keep that under wraps, man, just for the trading group, GeForce. Let's not give it all out. Let's not pull all our, you know. So Ethereum, beautiful move out of resistance right here. 5-day resistance, broke above it. Now, look, remember what happened when Bitcoin got above its 5-day. When this candle finally closes, Ethereum is going to run. And it's going to run up to $3,500. It's going to start making a pretty big run. You can see that the dollar is falling off. The DXY, Ethereum makes even bigger moves when the DXY falls because it's priced even less, 10x less than Bitcoin. So it gets 10x more involvement when that dollar likes to drop. Think about it. It's that much more exciting. The altcoins the same way. That's why altcoins are ripping. The dollar's dumping. Not only are altcoins what people want, but so I see Ethereum getting to $3,500 on the 5-day chart. Probably take 20 to 30 days, but it's going to happen. I see by the end of January, highly likely, unless we get a black swan, and anything is possible. But it's above that 200 SMA. That starts to plan the route. It takes time though. Look, November 17th all the way to now, it took from Ethereum to go from 1,100 all the way to 20. But Ethereum doubled. Even Ethereum with a giant market cap doubled up. It didn't matter what it was, and the market cap for crypto is really starting to get crazy. And we're going to talk about that in a second with the total market cap too as well. People just need to be held responsible for their own actions. People can handle their emotions with losing trades. Sam is here for you. Stop complaining. Yeah, I don't even read the haters, man, anymore. It doesn't make any sense. I'm positive, bro. Don't just, yeah, babe. Thank you, my love. I'm doing that, honey bun. So Ethereum, 35.24 is my target for ETH. Got above the 200 SMA. You got to pay attention to these key things. All right. And honestly, only one that takes advantage of anyone is you. If you're getting taken advantage of, then you're taking advantage of yourself. Look at me. I'm a human being. Nobody can take advantage of me except for my wife. Right, babe? You're the only one that could take advantage of me, right, babe? Babe? You're the only one that can take advantage of me. Right? No one can take advantage of me. No. So, I'm in control of my life. I buy things. I do things. You guys give me information. I assess it. I make a behavior. All my behavior is mine. Right? I'm in control of myself at all times. Okay? I'm the only, so no one could take advantage of me. Anyone that claims someone's taking advantage of them is soft. You're soft. You're a softie. And you need help and therapy, you know what I mean? And maybe that's okay. It's okay to admit you're soft and that you need some therapy. That's how you get hard, okay? It's all right. The first step of getting better is admitting you have a problem. The second you said, I hate getting taken advantage of, well, that means you're someone that lets people take advantage of you. And that means you have a problem. And that means you need to take care of that. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm just being honest. Just being honest. Sam offers a trading course in a group with a huge discount. The information in the group and course is priceless for what you're gaining. Amen. And don't worry, guys. You don't even have to talk to the trolls. Don't listen to them. They don't exist to you. You're on your path, and I'm on my path, and they're not part of our path. So we don't really need to. We don't need to engage in people that aren't on our path. It doesn't do anything for me or you. Okay. Let's talk about Near. Near was in this Adam and Eve double bottom. Likely was going to make the pump like it was supposed to on the 5-day, in the 3-day, and the 5-day got a beautiful pump. You can see it kind of got rejected by its 5-day 200 SMA, right? Got well above the 3-day chart though, and that's a big deal, right? And we talk about this a lot, and I just went over it for Bitcoin, or for Ethereum. Getting above these 200 SMAs is a big deal. Now what? We had our move. Well, let's take a look. I see Near getting all the way back to its all-time high, somewhere into the $20 area, right? So from here, you're talking a 5X. Kind of sad that it's going to make this huge move at only 5x from here, but a big move nonetheless. You know, 50K in here right now would turn into $250,000. To me, hey, it's away from the 21. It busted through some resistances. Once it gets above this key level, you can see it has a pretty big gap all the way back up to $8. So once it starts to trek, it's not, you know. So do we get a bigger pullback? Do we continue up to the resistance? Great question, right? That's what I would be asking. That's probably what you were asking too. Let's see. I mean, we hit resistance at 469. It was the previous area where we had resistance. We tapped it. Some sellers decided to take some profit. We took our dump. Take a look at our 4-hour time frame. Still kind of flagging out, but you do have bearish divergence. Swing down and swing down on the RSI while price action swings up. And that's a rising wedge, and rising wedges break down 68% of the time. You're starting to get the breakdown. How far do you go? Usually to the 200 SMA if you lose the 21. And you got the rocky road on the 1 hour, which is starting, you know, and if you looked at this like kind of a parabola, you can see you're breaking that slightly. So you're looking for the 1 hour 200 SMA right off the bat. Now, the measured move of this 68% of the time is going to break down to where this began. You would tussle with the 200 SMA, maybe come down to it. And you'd be even looking at, I'd be looking at a Fibonacci here after this pump. Be looking for somewhere at this $3 region. Now, there's a chance it just rips and continues to go, but it was ripping when the whole market was kind of taking a bit of a dip. So I would watch this. Yeah, see, and even the 1 hour has is making lower lows, like higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Now 2 lower lows in a row, 2 lower highs in a row. Tells me that, you know, we got a little bit of trouble brewing. So it has since made a downtrend. In the long term, it's going to go way higher, right? But it probably will pull back. $3 looks like a good area where I would like to take profit, but it may never go lower than this 365 zone. So I would be watching it closely. This is a coin I would DCA into. And if I was swing trading, I would take my profits and wait for a, you know, a more substantial idea. Like I'd wait for the daily to give me, you know, a more oversold pullback. Even if it continues to pump, there's going to be a neither, and it's going to set up for a better swing trade. Even if you went in now, it's just a higher risk swing trade. I like to wait for the daily to be closer to the 21. Like that was a perfect entry there for near. And I gave near, I mean, I gave it away. Like I went over it yesterday on the stream, and I showed you guys all the ideas that I gave and how I talked about near numerous times and went over the chart, gave you guys numerous ideas, stayed on it, you know, and I even showed you that I got in and I made massive gains on near. So you do whatever you can for your portfolio. I do what I can for mine, but together we show up every day and we go over the charts, right? And it is what it is. Let's take a look at XNA USDT here on MEXC. Wow. I love to see my baby getting back close to its all-time high again. You know what I mean? All-time high was 7 cents. This thing's sitting almost at 6 cents. It's a penny away. And we called this out, right? We even had it on the other channel, on the other exchange. I wrote MEXC there. XNA. And again, I keep most of my money on a hardware wallet. Do the right thing. But here's CoinX. CoinX hit this 618 golden pocket, 706. Beautiful bounce up to the upside. Went all the way up here to 55% gains. You know what I mean? All right. And that's why I love MEXC. When this came out on CoinX, the next exchange to have it was MEXC. You know what I mean? MEXC had it. They have 0 spot maker and taker fees. We make it super easy to join MEXC. We have a link right here if you want to join in the comment section below. Obviously, making sure it's where you go. And honestly, I don't put my entire life savings on MEXC. I make sure I have a hardware wallet. All right. Also, we have an awesome link here to iTrust Capital. Shout out to the channel sponsors, iTrust Capital. I do get a commission when you trade on MEXC. They do not sponsor the channel, though. They do not pay me. But I do get a commission if you do use the MEXC link. I am sponsored by iTrust Capital. iTrust Capital, I am sponsored by BingX. They both sponsor the channel, and they you know, they're awesome. You know, they pay for advertising. They're awesome. So iTrust Capital, I love them. They are amazing. And, you know, you can long-term hold and buy and sell tax-free. Also, it's way better than an exchange. They're insured, right? They're regulated by the U.S. government. There's so much more going on with iTrust Capital that puts them aside that's different than the other places you may store your cryptocurrencies. So look into that. Find out more about it. You can move your IRA or Roth IRA in there. That's for the long-term holder who's really planning, you know, and if you get into a small coin that flips and you flip it back into Bitcoin, also gold and silver all in the same IRA, you can't beat it. I Trust Capital link or the QR code right there with your phone while you're here. Just click on it. Then you can, you know, maybe copy that link somewhere else or look at it on your phone. At the end of the stream, you're ready to go. But check out I Trust Capital. Bang. BingX. Why I bring up BingX, number one, as I told you before, they're giving away, you know, they're doing an event where $150 in rewards that you can only get through this link. And on top of that, you can trade the S&P and 4S markets in the same place you can trade crypto. You can't really do that anywhere else. And that makes them unique. And that's why I like working with them. BingX. And then, of course, MEXC, because they find the best coins at the cheapest prices. And then you can dollar cost average into the coins with zero fees. I'm all about not paying a lot of fees. All right? Paying fees is horrible. It sucks, and it takes away all your money when you're beginning. You go, you know, MEXC, you can begin to build a portfolio without spending a ton of your money. You know, worldwide, around the world, it's global. Check them out today. Link in the comment section below. Also, I want you to join my newsletter. And I say this all the time, and the reason why is because we're going to give you so much value for just giving us your email address. I'm telling you right now. No one else provides more value for your email address than us. I would go bat to bat on it, on anyone out there on the internet. Put your email address in here, hit the link, hit I agree, and jump on in today. It'll blow your mind. I'm telling you right now. You're going to get 2 weekly newsletters, not just one, but 2. One that goes in conjunction with my weekly macro analysis that you're going to get every single Friday. And then one every Monday that's going to break down key insights, mental, physical, financial, and so many other things that are going to help you get on your way to a better life. I'm going to provide so much value, and my team who works with me and are tirelessly, and they're amazingly detailed. They produce some of the greatest content on the earth. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. XNA, 55% gains coming to the upside, bounced off the golden pocket. We talked about it. We went over it. I went over it to my whole crew. I sold around here, got back in down in these levels. I'm super happy to see where we're going with XNA, Neura AI. We got in down here, if you remember, all the way at this 009. I got in 09, still holding a 6X technically. I took my money, but got back in with profits for Neura AI. This thing could be huge. Definitely could 100X this puppy to the moon. So 10X, $10,000 can turn into $1 million with this coin, in my humble opinion. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I'm looking at when it comes to Neura AI. Daily is getting a little high, but we got above a resistance. Let's take a look now at what's happening for XNA. And I use the CoinX chart just because it's bigger and easier to use. But it'd be cool if we do something like this, you know. But we already made this flag, and this has a big target. And we're on our way. It could take some time, but I see a penny coming. And once we hit a penny, man, these days down here, no one's going to... And remember, this coin's going to be like this. It's going to be up here 7-8 cents. And we're going to remember, we're going to 7X that. And we're going to remember when we... Man. So, shout out to GF Burke, who gave this to us. I never forget who hooked us up. And I don't like taking credit. I did take credit. Hey, I'm quick with it. He told me about it. I assessed it and was able to jump on in. I made my moves. I always remember the time I bought my Cadillac, this thing ripped. So I'm sitting there buying an awesome car. My coins, Cass is ripping. This is ripping. This was ripping when around when my mom passed. My mom passed on the 23rd. And then this thing continued to rip those next 2 days as I was at that Airbnb. It's weird how, like, as a trader, your mind will remember your life through trades. Just like pictures in an album. Back, I remember that trade. Like, I was in Pepe trade when my dad passed. You know, your life is, I'm always in a trade, right? Marathon Digital, man. I'm just super excited, man. I'm trying to see where it is again. Mara. I got MATIC. Did it stay above 30? Usually it cracks 30, comes back down a little bit. 30-40 though. Wow, I went to 30-40. So I'm looking for XNA to kind of like, you know, make some type of cooler flag here. 4 hour does look like it may want to cool off. So I'm looking for some type of consolidative pattern. Even a little flag here that pumps back up. All I want to see it stay above 4.8. It stays above 4.8. That's going to be a really good sign. And if it uses 3.4 as like a bottom support. But we're going to a penny, baby, and 0.3 cents. It's only a matter of time for XNA. Only a matter of time. Shout out to my Neura AI family. Appreciate y'all for jumping on into the live and being here with me every single day, even on these vacation holiday days. Let's take a look at karate and see what's happening to karate. Karate, ay, 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 ay. And karate, we talked about it moving up because we knew that people were going to talk about it and it was going to get a little bit of a buzz. So I put an alert here. I said this thing's likely going to go. My target was 20029. It went exactly there to 3. It hit the target. 56% gains for karate. You would have learned about it in my trading group. And just, someone asked me if I wanted to fight. I knew the people. I know George. George and me talk sometimes on Telegram, you know what I mean? So he reached out on Telegram and said, I'm sorry about the loss of your mom. But you could see on 12/14, I put out karate crypto right when it was coming back down into the sweet spot, right? And I said on 12/12, I had the same here. And I said, karate has a lot of buzz with these fights it's been putting on. Look for this to keep moving in the weeks ahead. Then it got put on, if you remember, Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they have like a podcast, and some dude came on and started talking about karate crypto. They also have, some bigger people in the fighting space promoting it, and it's getting pretty big. So karate crypto was put on the radar in my trading group on 12/12, 12/14, up 56% gains now. Never went lower than any stop loss that would have been below this trend line, right? I would get in here, stop loss below here somewhere. 200 SMA has never been violated. It continued to pump to the upside. 4 hours getting a little high, and you can see it's been ripping ever since the 0004. So it's lost the 0 already, and it's continuing to rip. So karate crypto has something that no one else has, an actual use case. It's getting known. It's got a main YouTuber behind it, George, who's promoting it, probably making a good amount of money with I guess there's a lot of money in fighting. A lot more money than people realize, right? Because a lot of people don't want to fight. So even just promoting and getting the fights ready, the fighters have no idea how many people pay for the tickets and stuff. So you just give them a price, then you probably can sell way more tickets. Probably quite lucrative, in my humble opinion. I bet it is. And George is a smart businessman. He's not going to be in something if he's not making cake. So karate, in my humble opinion, is being run by someone that's going to continue to make gains. And I don't see why this doesn't flag out and then continue to the upside. Target there on the short term is 004. That's about 30% gains from the 3 because it's 1 on the 3. All right. Let's take a look at Super. I don't know what that V Mint was. It was hard for me to find it recently, and I'm kind of pressed for time. So I'm going to put it towards the end. If I get a chance, I'm going to get to it. If I don't, I'm so sorry if I have to move on. Please apologize, but it is what it is. Super. I put it on KuCoin not too long ago. Talked about the fact that it was likely going to break out, and it did. It did break out. At this point, it went up for about 32% gains. Came all the way back down to break even, pumped up again. Now it's still sitting at about 18% gains. I'd still stay in Super. The price action's been crazy, but overall, this coin is eventually going to move. It moves with the herd. It continues to pump. It has a good following. Possible double top here. You do want to see it get back above 73 cents. But I don't see why. It's only a matter of time till it gets back to that dollar and to that target there. I'd even put this in a flag and say, well, it's back inside the flag now that it broke back inside. Here would be the measured move of the smaller flag. Again, it does have a resistance that it must break back above. It's not, there's no guarantees it's going to do everything that I'm showing you. I'm just saying these are the probabilities. But it's very likely it pops to that 91 out the smaller flag and then hits that 101. After that, I'd have to reassess the situation. But I still see bullishness for Super on the radar there. Another cool thing about the Super Chats is half the time, or more, many times, what I show is going to happen to the coin happens. So then people join the trading group because they're like, so the Super Chats are just great advertisement for how good the system works that I teach. So it's just, it goes hand in hand, and it's also a great live business, right? It's just nuts how it all kind of came into play. And I never designed it like this, but this is how my YouTube channel just kind of formed. And this is kind of the format in which we take, right? This thing's been hot, crowns. People talk about it a lot. It pumped hard from 37 all the way up to $1.10. Now it's trying to find its way. I'd pull what I call a local fib, which is a fib on just a smaller area time frame. But in even resistance, I'd like to see that previous resistance hold the support inside this falling wedge. If it breaks that, then I'd be looking for the 786 and for the level at 71 cents. But I would love if 84 hold and then it continued up to its next target at 131. You're going to watch 81 closely as far as I'm concerned for Crown, CWS. PNDC, Pond Coin. It was kind of in the dumps, wasn't it? I wasn't about this coin. It looked like it was just going to kind of, I don't know. It's in an Adam and Eve double bottom. It's all the way in the dumps. I don't know really much about it. Took a little bit of a pump, well, a little while back, but it seemed like it got pumped and dumped. I don't know. It's down in the dumps. It's not something I'm into right now. It's below the 200 SMA. If it can get back above the 200 SMA in the 8 hour, let's talk. It does have a double bottom. There's a chance that's your perfect entry. And it is at like an actual bottom that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times hit. High risk, high reward. If you really believe in the project and think it could, you know, you're likely, I'd say there's a 70% chance you're buying the exact bottom today. But I'm not a fan of the coin. But yeah, I don't see how it goes much lower. Take a look at AVAX, which, you know, I'm astute on it pumping. Kind of sad that it took this dump to the downside. I didn't see that happening, honestly. It was forming a nice movement. It was DeFi. It's weird that it let go so quickly. I don't think it's over yet, but, you know, that's one that I didn't get right. You know, I wanted to see that thing pump to the upside. Strange that it gave back. Yeah, the daily was overbought, though. So let's take a look at it on the bigger time frame, like the 4-day chart. Got above the 200 SMA on the 3-day chart. Bullish sign. 50 crossing, you're going to get a golden cross. Good, but it's almost too far away. And it just went from $8 to 42. It did a 5x. You got to give it credit. I mean, that's beautiful. Every coin that did 3 to 5x, you got to give credit. I mean, that's what you're supposed to see. If my coin only did a 1x, I'm kind of pissed. That's why I cut off Casper. The best thing I ever did. I also cut off Gala at the right time when they started getting that, and I put all my money into GFAL, and GFAL had a massive rally. Knowing when to cut a coin off at the right time can be super crucial to portfolio management and to help gain. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You do this stuff on yourself. But for me, when I cut off the right coin at the right time, it can really be substantial. However, it took years to kind of get the guts to do it and to be able to really maintain what I said I was going to do. Funny, man. AVAX on the 3-day chart says it's going to pull back, possibly back to 31. We may get a bigger pullback for AVAX, which is weird, but that's what it's saying. You know, it kind of had a bigger run up than some other coins. And if you think about it, it did pump before everything else. It pumped a little early. October 19th, it started. A lot of other coins started pumping midway through November. So this one's like kind of a few weeks ahead. So its pullback maybe a few weeks ahead too. I'd look for this to come back down to 31 and retest before its next big pump. So I was a little too advantageous there. I didn't look at the bigger time frames too much. I was stuck on the daily here. But since the daily has had bearish div and started to break to the downside, and it's looks like it's going to kind of slowly come back down and retest. This would be so healthy if AVAX came to 28 and then blasted to 68. Made a nice $40 move on 29. I mean, that's what we're looking for, right? ANALOS just continued to get banged to the downside, right? I have to look at it on MEXC, really. I've been going to the spot here and just grabbing it here on MEXC. And I told you what I did with it. I sold into profits, took my initial back, and left the profits inside to see just where it could go. I don't hold it here. I hold it in my Phantom wallet. Okay. But look, it got dumped all the way back down to 0. It's a meme coin, you know, pumped huge up on MEXC and then sold everything that it had back down. Had a nice run up, though, of 386% gains. And these memes, you got to sell them. Me personally, like, I'm in and out on these memes. It could go higher. It could go lower. A way to look at it is you can go here to Dex Screener and type in ANALOS. Even Dex Tools, whichever one makes you feel better. But ANALOS here. And just take a look. And so remember, when we first looked at it, it was here. Did a beautiful 100% move. It actually continued. So we made a beautiful 223% gain on this coin. Right? And so I put $1,000 in here and turned it into $3,000, a little over $3,000. I didn't sell until like somewhere around here, though. With this holidays and stuff, I'll be honest, I didn't pay that much attention, as much as I should have to it, which is, you know, shows my, I guess, my privilege, I guess. But you know, does it make another move to the upside? I don't know. I'm not that excited. A new meme coin, a couple days in and out, call it a day. Still a lot of buys though. 24,000, 1,300. Still a lot of people somewhat interested in this coin for whatever reason. So the chance that, you know, they want more. And it just kind of getting a night. But that's what? That's an 886 retracement. Anyway, you know, I'm glad I got out. So I made no money. I could have made $2,000, but I didn't. So I just went in it. At the same time, a lot of the stuff I do is experimental, you know. So, like when it comes to meme coins on Solana. But I was up $2,000 had I been paying close attention. XRP, which people say is about to make a big move to the upside. XRPZ. Consolidating really nicely. All right. I'm actually going to tighten up this channel. And so, yeah, I see XRP getting tight. The technical analysis does say in about a week or two, we should see a move to the upside. That resistance, and maybe could it plow into this next midpoint at 105. $1 XRP would feel right to me. You know what I mean? Get back on track. Start our run off right. But I like XRP. It's about to pump. All legs, no torso. Get ready for your 10x leverage trade. But yeah, I see XRP about to do damage. Target would take us to 105.33. XRP looking mean and looking ready to go. Even consolidating here on the daily, like up and down, up and down. That's tight price action. So the TA says a pump is coming here on XR Peasley. All right. Wow, and you guys are actually keeping me alive. The super chats are great because some things I haven't seen, and I'm looking at them. Phantom Crow, LAI, SC, and Ontology. Let's take a look at Phantom here. All right. Phantom just continues to rip. I called it out here when I put it in this flag. And there it hit my target like I told you it would. Look at that. I called this way before it happened. Down here, I was talking Phantom going up. 30% gains for Phantom to the upside, and it did it easily. Phantom. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Phantom. I called it, talked about it. Here's the call right here on 1218. Showed you it was going to get tight and then rip all the way up to 254. Showed you the 3 levels to take profits on and everything. Showed you exactly where the stop loss should be below this trend line, even where to put an alert in case it hit the alert. And there's your before and there's your after. Down here, I was putting, the alert over here. 1218. Or maybe it was right here somewhere. Yeah, 12.8 right in here. Man. Phantom rips to the upside. Bang, bang, badang. So crazy, man. It was just 38 cents. It was just 18 cents. Even the big coins have done 3Xs. It's just amazing. It's awesome to see. This whole market has been ripping. Again, bigger pullback. Only time will tell. And I've been so it was nice to be there for my kids for Christmas. I took my kids shopping. We had fun. I bought a Power Wheels. You know what I mean? I didn't even spend a lot of money. I bought a $200 Power Wheels pink Willie Jeep. And you know what? Even my 9-year-old can whip it. I don't know how she fit in that thing, but she learned how to drive. She learned how to go backwards and forwards on this thing. You know what I mean? I don't know what the weight limit is. I was afraid we were going to break it like our first day. You know what I mean? But man, they were whipping this thing. Absolutely whipping it. And I heard I could put an 18 volt in there and make it faster. Right? What do you think the weight limit is to these things? Someone on my team, can you tell me the weight limit to this? I should have my team do this for me. But Sean, can you tell me the weight limit to this car? The Power Wheels Jeep Wrangler Willys Pink Ride. 12, Wow, $298. I got it for $199 at TJ Maxx. See, I beat the Walmart price. Dude, I beat them by $124. I could resell the thing. You know what I mean? Funny, I found ways to make money. Dang, though. I could have got on the Porsche, though, for the $199. That thing is fresh. But only one person can fit in that, you know? This one looks hot, too. Look, only $169. It's got bigger wheels. It looks like it's got more, it's higher off the ground, you know? Might hurt the little kid, though, if she falls out. How about this one? I wonder why they're going so hard on it. $299. $405. What was like different pricings. I like the big Jeep like that, though. The cop car. So funny. 130-pound weight limit, right? And I think so. That's great. Yeah, so if I got in that thing, I'd break it immediately. But my kids can whip it together. You're the best, Jamie. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We're at 12:15, but we're continuing to go through all these super chats. If you do have to jump on out, don't worry. Super chats do get put aside and hyperlinked, right? So Chance Phantom continues here on the 4-hour time frame. Just whenever the 21 starts to curve, usually you're going to start to get a pullback. You had a massive rally, you know. Perfect time to take some money off the table. What a beautiful pump for Phantom. All the way from 30 up to 55.5, you know, top at 57 cents. Phantom, baby. The 4-hour May pump, even the 1 hour, watch this flag. There's a chance, you know, I basically take a shot at this with a smaller stop loss. If the stop got hit, it's likely going further down. Chance it continues to pump into euphoria, but the bigger time frames are getting really far away from the 21-day moving average, right? And so you would expect that pullback for the next few days, at least back to the 21. Test probably 41, and then we'll go from there. So I'd look for a, just like where? We on the way to 45, we came back down to 37, then we continue. Come back down to 45, then we can continue. But pullbacks are good and healthy for bigger pumps. Here we pumped all the way to 38. We had a pullback all the way to 28, but we continue. Pump to 45, you know what I mean? So a pullback for Phantom is on the table, in my humble opinion. Wow. Super chats are out of control. People just need to be held responsible for their own actions. People can handle their own emotions with losing trades. Sam is here. Yeah, I don't even know what the heck people were saying, but... Okay. You're so funny, Jamie. Crow's going to continue to pump. It doesn't matter. Like, people don't get it. Like, just pick your coin and stay in it. Ooh, Crow looks nice. All right. You guys just gave us a winner here. I mean, that's likely to pump. Very likely. So it's funny, a day where I'm light and I'm supposed to be taking time off, I end up going harder on the live stream. But dude, this thing is, I love that I go through all the super chats. Because look, we go through 20 coins and then we find the one. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of setups until the best setup shows up. If I got stopped out from this, so be it. The daily looks absolutely beautiful. 73% gains coming out of Crow. Crypto.com. This thing looks like it could be my magic winner right now. And I would swing trade this thing for massive gains. And that's crypto.com, basically. They have their own chain, Chronos chain. Thank you, babe. I love you more than you would ever know what love means. I would smother you with my love like peanut butter and jelly. You're waiting for my love? Thank you, Sean. 130 pounds. How much does Summer weigh? And how much does Nyla weigh? So they only weigh 80 pounds. They can drive that thing together for a little while. Wow, this thing looks beautiful. This is the trade of the week, everybody. Humble opinion trade of the week. It's got hidden bullish. Tells me that the trend could continue to the upside. It does have that double top, but it's consolidating beautifully. It's above a high volume node. It got pumped nicely. The moving averages are getting close and tight again. It's a daily oversold. I like where the RSI is. I like where the MACD is. I like the pattern. It's even in the Adam and Eve double bottom, and it hasn't really done, you know, went from 5 to 9 cents. So like everything else has done a 3x. This hasn't done its move yet. So this is kind of lagging behind the rest of the market. You want to find laggers. There's so many coins that there's always going to be a few laggers. Okay. So we got a brave new narrative, and I'm here to teach you about it every time it happens. This is fresh off. This is brand new news, everybody. Hold up. Stop the news, everybody. Oh my God, this is the biggest news ever. XRC20s on the Twitter chain. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tweet, claim, and trade. XRC20. Hold up. We have inscriptions on Twitter. Dude. Look at all the tokens. These are XRC20 tokens. Oh my God. Connect to X. Connect your wallet. It's on Arbitrum. This is crazy. What is a wallet? Get a wallet. Instead of creating a new accounts and passwords on every website, just connect your wallet. Exactly. I kept telling them this is how Web3 is going to go. Dude, we have XRC20s. Twit inscriptions. Oh my God, this is happening right now. You heard it here first. Guys, clip this out. Send this all around the internet. Twitter inscriptions, XRC20s. The first inscription, XRC20 token on the Twitter chain. Our original X account was suspended due to overwhelming quotes and mentions. Follow our new X account at Twit inscription XRC20s. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. We're bridging the gap between it all. It's all happening. You know what I mean? And shout out to Andrew Tate doing his thing. You know what I mean? I love how they show you broadcasting here on Twitter now. You gotta love that. And you can see me broadcasting on Twitter. Just doing my thing. Dude, Mara, dirty, man. What a beautiful day to be alive. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at LAI. So I see Crow making massive gains. Wow, that was big news. That was big news. XRC20s. Are you kidding me? You guys all here. You guys get the most hottest news here every time. Wow, so I liked LAI. Inside of this falling wedge, wanted to see it hold support. It lost that, came right back down though, so it went after the stop hunts. Whoever put too many stops down there went after those hunts. You know what I mean? To me, that tells me too many people put their stop loss in the same place on a lower liquidity asset. But I could be wrong, but usually because you can see it just went right to the obvious place. Obviously, the stop loss should always be lower than the previous low too as well. That's a bad stop loss, right? Also, you should be below a 200 a moving average, so you should be below the 50 if you can. Anyway. Dang, though, LAI looked beautiful, and it fell out of the pattern. So now it has to be making, like, kind of something more like this. And again, not every trade I put out plays out. That one was in a nice flag, but it broke down. Look at that. Boom, right down out of the flag. And you can see my energy just starts to kind of, you know, you can only talk and keep up that creation energy for only so long until you start to just, you know. Still bullish on this bounce, though. The daily and the 22-hour both look like you can get a bounce. You have support again here, though. If you lose that area, you come down even lower. I still believe in a month from now, LAI is back up at 3 cents. It's just going to take its time. Watch for it to consolidate. I want to see the bounce back to the top of the channel here for LAI. That's why I like to watch consolidation and watch the formation of price action. Is this Sia coin again? Someone asked about, I believe. Still inside the flag. I'm not really into this coin. I used to. I traded it back in the day. It was one of my first big picks in 2017. Coin that I was really into. And so I have this like weird feeling about it, but I've moved on. You know, it's like I'll never trade it again. I'll probably never touch it again. My Sia coin, man. Well, those were the days when I first realized I made 40 grand on my kitchen with Sia coin. I sold it that day, and I sat there realizing that my life would never be the same in my one-bedroom apartment in Queens. I was like, man, like, this is like a different type of lifestyle than the people that I know, right? And that's when I knew things were going to be different. I see Coin likely coming back down to support, though, at least at 0.576. And again, towards the end, I'm mailing these in, guys. I'm extremely exhausted. Not extremely, but I'm tired. Ontology, though, but if I see something that gets me going, then I get excited. Like, I like that, you know, so we'll talk about it. Ontology and a giant double bottom, which if you just look at the double bottom, it's supposed to break out, right? And really, there's a gap in the VRVP. I don't see why it couldn't get all the way up to here. So I see 154% gain coming through the gap. So Ontology is going to make it through that gap. It's very obvious to me at one point it's going to gap through. You know, when and exactly how it does it, not really a big deal, but to me, it just will. All right. Now we zoom on in, and the 2-day chart's in our favor. And then I saw this pattern just kind of doing its thing in this, a bit of a rising wedge per se, right? Looks like it could break out to about 34, you know, and 20. Yeah, I mean, this thing looks very bullish to me. It got above the 200 SMA, the 50's crossing. That's a golden cross on the 2-day chart. It's, you know, and I showed you the bigger idea. I see Ontology getting legs. I've traded this coin many times on and off. I may not trade it this time, but I like what I'm seeing here for Ontology. It looks very bullish. 39% gains coming out of ONT on the 2-day chart. And that's bullish enough for me to even post to the trading group, something that I'd be willing to look at. And I got sleuths all over the internet finding information and giving me ideas. He says it's not a real Twitter thing. It's basically just a scam. All right. Dang. So the Twitter inscription thing is basically just a scam, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I want to be. So it's just kind of like representations of tokens, but it's not real. All right. All right. I got excited, though. It looked pretty real. Maybe it will. Maybe it will turn into something big, though. I mean, the idea alone, even if it was kind of a joke, the idea alone is pretty big. Like, it's good implementation, you know? Handbags at dawn. What does that mean? All right, and Bitcoin's still sitting at 42,920, just a flat day. You know, feels like a Friday really with lower liquidity, and it should. That's kind of what I'm thinking would happen, right? AIMBOT on Polonian X for Twitter, or BitGet2. I don't know about it. Seems to do a double top, came back down. The 2-day chart looks bullish. 20-hour looks, I don't know, guys. Brand new coin. You know what I mean? Take your shot. Falling wedge could break out. Kind of a cup and handle. It's at a support zone. You know, is it at a? It could be in a backwards Adam and Eve, and likely break on out. I've seen that many times. Mara baby, close the day at 30, and I'll be a happy man. I'll still be happy no matter what. But wow, Marathon Digital. Everybody, thank you so much for kicking it with me throughout this entire live stream. I don't know how we went to 12:26 in a day. I was supposed to just do a light live. I thought I would be an hour in and out. But, you know, we have 886 people here on the live. You're so supportive and beautiful and special, each and every one of you, man or women, all made by God, all beautiful souls that are experiencing this life with me on this planet. What a blessing we have to be here with each and every one of ourselves together. Like, I'm blessed that you're here. And thank you so much for everything. It doesn't look too nice. If you look at this, this is chop, right? It was, you know, it was in a nice, beautiful pattern, and it broke the pattern to the downside. In my humble opinion, we could try to cheat it now and say it's still in this, but now it has to wick back inside. But again, we're just watching this pattern on the 15. That's kind of where we left off. That's kind of where I'm going to leave you off too, watching this pattern here too. Comes back down, it's going to test the bottom of the channel. If we lose that, we're going to drop down to 41.2, and then I'll probably make an update at that point to the trading group. So stay tuned, watch this flag on Bitcoin. I see some opportunities. Crow looks like the trade of the week, really. So I believe I'm going to be honing in on that for myself. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. And with that, thank you so much for being here. Let's get hydrated. Let's drink more water. The more water we drink, the better off our day is going to be. God bless you all. I love you. Have a great night, great day, great morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you tomorrow. God bless. May God bless my mom and dad, Jimmy and Irene. I love you both. May you both live forever. Your memory will forever be remembered. You are both great people, beautiful people, and amazing people. God bless Master Friend. I love you. God bless Blackmore, GF Burke, Crypto Bear Baker, and everybody that makes the show a success and my trading group a success. Here's to each and every one of you. May you enjoy your families. May you enjoy your time. I'm going to go take the kids and my sister to the museum, then probably have a nice lunch. I'm excited. I pile them all in the Escalade. We go on a fun, putting my whole family in that Escalade, and they're all like, the kids are getting, there's room for everyone. We all have a blast, and it's like a really good time. That car really makes it fun because we all get to be in the same car together. It's a blessing, man. So there are good things about success. It's not all about flossing your money, but it's about what success can bring. And, it's been an amazing ride. Everyone, thank you so much for everything you've ever done for me. I'll forever be grateful. Amen.